so enso aba beto aso na enkomo ewo ho ene nsem ewo ho ni nyina no na chese omuso e dia bre apomuden ho nsem basamri akopim 12 ne de sports nko a sports. Yeah, live on Facebook, CC joining Otec 102.9Fm. Live on YouTube, Otec Sports channel so na fadwumaji ebi ewo honom. Enti yensemre yebekọ na fe yede de oho bia no amamo. Ugusu ahwe yi wo wadwenkyere bi na pese ode ba 0505225578 or WhatsApp 0505225578 any WhatsApp. Sending so say Diodu girls no adaroma. Last week Master Dan ebesrae emanishe bosse ono so ebe topping up with another 50 CDs. Enti ene nipa 2 ebe wini 50 CDs each through a Bible quiz. Yebe yi quotation bi ato ho. Wow, the correct answer beba first. I mean, what about me actually could take the correct place a ye quotation free, you know. Ebe chew 50 CDs. And I pay ODK, ono wife nana, any Diodu girls no, yada mwase chiamu na no pay. Master Dan, fashion designer LCPC, yada wase no pay. Or the 50 CDs abija, ono kwandi nini. I'm fan chew, ono nini. Oh. Aha. The kid and the Shembutum Dada. Alright, so young corner last team fan come on my and ye if you didn't fear because as usual show no be enjoying ye pa ti ye kwama no nenaba ye ba na ye dem komo aka na to amoso.
And someone kakra and sakani no ya pomotin na de nyina eno so atimi de abakama ama bibia nso atimi akoye de woman say me romana family nsempina no ano so atimi aba ne nyina ne say Diamond Scientific Keba and research clinic common na de to ne keba me chaba no ana chesen na no pay omo boya me awremo e won krofon kroso na fedi ete ne say ensam ne nyina yetimi de ne nyina nso atimi de abakama ma memfanto ne mo e say matches awodo akoso ama de woman some na ye games a eno so atimi akoso no ye ba be ye nwadwuma kama ama bibia nso no timi akwe na ma memfanto ne mo ɛsɛ yɛdi nkɔmɔ no afei no yɛde ne nyina ɛno nso atumi de yɛabadeɛ a worɛ mɔ ɛwɔ de yɛteɛ no sɛm nsɛm foforɔ mu ama menkɔmfɛn me ɛsɛ de yɛteɛ no sɛm ɛyɛ Australian Open no ɔm sɛ meka kyerɛ wɔ sɛm adeɛ no nyinaa memfa ntoɔ no mu sɛm ɛnɛ den no deɛ wɔ mu no sɛm nnipa mmienu ɔmo nso ɛba abɛyɛ adwuma no ama biribia nso atumi akoe kama de yɛteɛ no ɛne sɛ Carlos Alcaraz ɛnɛ den no ɔne Novak Djokovic de abom a de yɛteɛ no sɛm ɛyɛ mpanimfoɔ no mmienu no bɔmmɔden ama deɛ teɛ no sɛm ɛyɛ Australian Open no yɛtumi anya winner ama bibia nso no ɛtumi akoe kama na mepatɔ yɛka ne sei no sɛsie yɛ a me ne wo di nkoe ma memfa nto dwa ɛsɛm owura ne de Carlos Alcaraz no owura ne de Novak Djokovic ɛlidina yɛteɛ no sɛ adeɛ no ano ayɛ den paa fɛ sɛ tɔmɔbɔ no sɛ ɛyɛ 30-15 ɛna papa ne ten ɛde Novak Djokovic no ɔno nso ɛde lady papa ne de Carlos Alcaraz a yɛde sansam no nyina ɛno nso ɛtumi de ato dwa ɛnti saa set no ɛgu so kɔ so yɛde updates ahodoɔ no nyina ɛno nso ɛbɛtumi de apam a baabi nso no ɛtumi akoe kama na mmom hyɛ no nso ɛsɛ de yɛteɛ no sɛ nwuram ɛwɔ football matches ahodoɔ a yɛteɛ no sɛ over the weekend wei ɛtumi ato dwa no a yɛba bɛdi nkɔmɔ ama nneɛma no nyina no ɛno nso ɛtumi akoe kama na hyɛ no nso ɛsɛ Aston Villa bɔbɔko no ɛna ɔmo bɛbɔ enti matches ahodoɔ a mepatwɔ no de ɛba so no nyina no yɛba bɛyɛ ho adwuma no kyɛ sɛ dada ɛtumi akɔ so no yɛmfɛn no ntumi mmara no kyɛ sɛ baabia nso no ntumi nkoe kama ma me ne nkɔmmɔ ɛwɔ le champagne no mu no nyina no nsɛm ɛyɛ games a ɛno nso ɛtumi akɔ so ɛwɔ frɛ ne champagne no mu no deɛ wɔ mu no nsɛm wura ma Paris FC bɔbɔko no ɛne Olympic de Marseille po 2-2 na ano ɔhyɛ paa ɛma kyɛ sɛ saa game no ɛno nso ɛtumi kɔ so kama ma menkɔmfɛn me ɛsɛ de yɛteɛ no nsɛm ɛyɛ lɔre bɔbɔko no ɛnso ɛgyinam ɛbɔ ɛde yɛteɛ saida legyen ɛde no nto game ne kɔ na wie no na kyɛ sɛ yɛ 2-1 ɛna deɛ wɔ mu no ɛne sɛ lɔre bɔbɔko no ɔmo nso akye no ntotim no ɛtumi ɛde ayɛ ɔmo kama ama baabi nso no ɛtumi akoe memfa ntoɔ no mu ɛsɛm ɛyɛ club panitiri asɛm no akɔ ɛbɔ ka ne maakom nan ɛma kyɛ sɛm ɛyɛ rene bɔbɔko no ɔmo nso antumi antemi ɛnɛ de a me ne wo kɛsɛn no owuram ɛwɔ friendly champagne no mu ama menkɔmfɛn me ɛsɛm ɛyɛ games a ɛno nso ɛtɔ dwa no nyina no deɛ ɛteɛ no sɛm ɛyɛ matches no nie wonim sɛm Olympic rene bɔbɔko no ɔmo bɔ ɛwɔ groupon stadium de yɛteɛ club a legend ɛde leo ama baabi nso no ɛtumi akoe kama sa nso no ɛna ɛbɔ 4:15 ama memfa nto dwa ɛsɛm stadium nhyɛ bɔbɔko no ɛgyina mabɔ ɛde yɛteɛ ma titim no ama baabi nso ɛtumi akɔ so kama sa nso no ɛna ɔgye se ne sɛ ɛbɛbɔm ɛde yɛteɛ stadium brɛso a tim no memfa nto yɛsɛm ɛyɛ tolo bɔbɔko no ɔmo nso gyina mu no afei ɔmne ɔsɛ ɛde ahwemo kam ɛbo 7:45 a bɛbatwɔ so abo tim no ɛne Paris Saint-Germain bɔbɔko no ɛna kyɛ sɛ ɔmo nsom ɛbɛbɔ ama biribia nsom atumi akoe kama wei no ɛyɛ friendly Ghana ne yɛgye wo nkɔmmɔ ama biribia nsom atumi akoe ne menkɔma no mu no afei no memfa ntoɔ no mu sɛde yɛte ne sɛ table no ɛnkakrakra saa deɛ wɔ mu no ɛne sɛ adeɛ no nyina no ɛno nso ɛkɔ so kama Alonso bɔbɔko no ɛna di kan after sɛm ɛyɛ 20 games no ɔmabɔ no bɛbatwɔ 46 points ɛna Alonso tim no ɔmo nso ɛwɔ Paris Saint-Germain so no ɛwɔ 45 a ɛnɛ ɔmo wɔ game bɔ ntim ɛyɛ PSG bɔbɔko no sɛ ɔmo wini a ɔmo ba bɛda first sɛ ɔmo bɔ draw ɔmo ba bɛda first ne nyina ɛne sɛ goal difference no assistance bɛbatwɔ Alonso bɔbɔko no amo 46 points edi kan no ɛwɔ 18 goals difference ana afei PSG ɛnso ɛwɔ 26 ana points no yɛ 45 enti points no ɛyɛ difference of 1 sɛ PSG bɔ draw ɛba 46 na goal difference no ɔmo de aba top sɛ PSG wini a mɛbatwɔ ɔmo ba top na afei points no ɛno nso ɛyɛ 48-46 ɛde amoɔmɔ na deɛ kyɛ ne nsɛm ɛyɛ Alonso bɔbɔko no aba bɛtɔ so mmienu na mmom PSG lo so deɛ a sɛdeɛ adeɛ no ɛno nso teɛ no saa ɛna adeɛ no nyina bɛyɛ enti ɛno ɛyɛ deɛ wɔm no sale champagne no ɛna na anɔpɛ yɛdi nkɔmmɔ pii ɛnso matumi de afiri mu no ma memfa ntoɔ no mu ɛsa Lyon bɔbɔko no anaasɛ Marseille ɛna tɔ so mmiɛnsa ɔmo points no yɛ 39 Lyon tim no ɛnso ɛwɔ 36 a ɔmo tɔ so maako deɛ wɔm no nsɛm ɛnan ama biribia nso ɛtumi akoe ɔkɔ aseɛ wɔ a wonim sɛm ɛnanto bɔbɔko no ɛwɔ 14 points atɔ so dunsia saa nso ɛna Osei bɔbɔko no ɔmo nso about 12 points a ɔmo tɔ so dunso ana afei FC Metz ɔmo na etwa toɔ memfa nto yasan Amadi no anon so aya 12 points ano aya kakra friendly champagne no mo anon so tibidi aba yam kua no na afi no de wo ne sem aya players awodo oramo e wo liga no ma amon so bontana wo de o ade am wo clubs ne nyina no yeni nkomo ma chese ne nyina so no entimi nkoye kama o pomade na afi no watimi join in na wo Facebook no so opa aya Otec 102.9Fm Otec 102.9Fm be ba cho like ye page no or like it page or share live video no I had channel some total sports Kanu no ababua palma showing you know and on some timia go viral said the ramo our paradise Gaza Cosmos Bio and afe pakamo meba cho amadi atum awo na no pen no ye channel some show no so no ebetimi akopa obomade no ya ne sa afe comments awodo no oram no Facebook section one mo a meba cho ye live one mo no comment one mo no odo comments awodo no nyina no and also timidi ato ama baby ansom atimi akwe kama abef no so no Lewandowski mo atoni ya beba cho pomade na fe wala ikesa ama tuma ne nyina ansom atimi akwe enti baby amu hu ya na fe mo tie nka bia no oba mon like it na fe no mon so mon share kama ama ne nyina ansom atimi kwe sanso na de tene say YouTube no so no Otec sponsor ye demo live on website no the 3w.otecfmkana.com owura mo live radio no and some so kama sanso no and ma memfon to ya said ye tiene san oh kono sorry so do go obetimi apomate na fe no watimi already become ama bibia nsom atimi akwe entoman pani terrible was mo monitor no memfon to no say Mason Greenwood our 12 goals our champagne no mo sanso ana abrante ni day ade Panicelli our 11 aboard the master bo ana orane ting ade soka opo ademali obobo kono ensom awo 9 goals away no ayale champagne ne yeti won komo ne nyina eno som atim ya wie ne yankua no na afi no menwura na wakatana so siwi anemo onum se siwi an de wo no ene som aye prisa atana ma sasero culture abete no no ne 3 ya me pacho prisa bobo kono amonsom ate kan mo paako oramo awo Diego Armando Maradona Franco Stadium ya tene som aye na poli bobo kono abo kanimi no ama chesa Fiorentina bobo kono amon som atimi kan mo paako ama bibia som atimi koye kuma men kuma no na afi no men fanto no sem the attendant said, "Oh, run it! I didn't mean for to just some Vergara, Antonio Vergara, or no, and I got him back with my side. Let him add Napoli Sansono, and I run it. I did the attendant said Miguel Guterres, and so Pogone Paco, Adama Napoli Bobo Kono, and to 2, and a buyer, Shannon so. I said, "Oh, run it! Man, no Solomon." And a new consolation, and some other Madia Teresa Saida, let him at the Fiorentina about Tumanina, and on some let me across some men come in front to ya, as a Kayari Culture Bobocono, at Hella Verona, Wabra, Hellas, Bebacho Amonsono, and a 10 against 11, and a real game, Wabra on the 51st minute, Orani did a miss, sir, Aquaji 2 yellow cards, and red card and a buy, and the Atiana said. Kayari ekache Hellas asa munsom na de ebe womo ekane nan etre din na ma chese Hellas Verona antimi antikari be memfon todwa asam owura de etienie owura ne din ade Mazitali ono enya first goal no ade ma Kayari kacho sansono ana abrante ne din ade Kessel soy and some apomatinya second goal no Sulemana upon a 3 and afe orani tim ade the tennis Riyad Idrisse ayane 4 ade makayare culture bobo kono entim ano ya tempa anateno memfanto ya sase wi animo the tennis Manchester wudon so no ebetim ya kwaso kama enano paya e boy 11:30 oramo abo the tennis aye Torin kremwa memfanto ya sam aye Torin bobo kono amo abo game no ama bibian some me akwe kama de woman no ana said the tenison Torino Timono, among some apono, among a lecture bobo cono, and a chesanano paya, among the shim weno, a quack tesakaya cocono, a yashe and yetino, and Tim Anapaya 11:30, a san kimono, and some toja, on the common 1907 sono, a bot 2 p.m. among Atalanta bobo cono, and a chesasan kemonina, among some panic commercial so, as some at exactly 5 p.m. no, Bebacho Kayari Kacho sono, among kemono, Beba cho the Tennessee Cremonese upon 5 ade etia International Milano sanso na Parma team no ebe gyina mpo ade etia Juventus game no ano nso 7:45 na ne nyina ano nso team ya todwa enti wei aya culture Serie A no ane yete won koma ena no poya ma bia nso no atimi akoye ni kama akoma ne say ya me ba cho de etia ne san aya hyehyɛ pono no league table no ano nso hyehyɛ kama na de wo mu nie de etia ne sa International Milano awo de etia ne sa 52 points edikan AC Milan awo 47 points Napoli awo 46 AS Roma awo 43 Juventus Tottenham awo 42 red line da ho yankwase ho obi bebu sasa Fabregas team no say so amotoso say me ba cho Como ana da Juventus awo 42 points no Como enso awo de etia ne sa aya 40 points aya 2 points ana de nyina no ano nso separate Como ani Juventus bobo kono de atene sam aya ase ono no be ba cho Fiorentina bobo kono awa 17 points omoto so dunwa chesanso no ana de wo mun sam aya presa tim no enso awa de atene so 14 points omoto so dunkro Hellas Verona enso awa 14 points omo de to awa de atene sam aya Serie A na so ama bibia nso atimi akoye kama yankoye no na fe no menin komo pe ni nyina ene sam aya players omo poko sawodo awa de atene so Serie A no no wei ana uko Italy ya to ne tinsa Capo Cananiere menfonto ne mo asa Lautaro Martinez awa 12 goals Nico Paz ewo 8 ana fe owura ne tin ade Tovikas ono nso awa de atene so 8 eno aye kakra wura mo ewo Serie A no ma eba ya tene nyina ano nso timi dia to ya ne nkomo awo de tene so Bundesliga no mo na me pacho ye wura mo awo German Bundesliga na eno supporters awuto no ama stadium ye fe pa ne nyina ano nso mo pomote agi trada ewram akokọ support mo clubs awuto ama chesa ne nyina nso no etimi ekoye kama na de wo no ano nso wram awo Bundesliga no mu a Augsburg bobo kono Apo Kanu no Emma St. Pauli eti Kanu Pako Anton Frankfurt Tefie ama boy of Oliver Kusen abachi womo 3 Frankfurt bobo kono eti Kanu Pako na mo no owura ne tin ade ayes shikri eti 2 yellow cards enti the tennis Frankfurt mo bo ho no am the 10 against 11 and the real game no na the woman here apronte ne tiri ata enya first goal Adama Leverkusen Malik Tillman enya second goal no ana fe abronte ne tin ade Alex Garcia aya ne 3 Adama Leverkusen bobo kono enti de wom ne sam aya 3 goals ne nyina ana nso by Adama Leverkusen amo peke 3 points no awa we shan so asam aya ofian bobo kono asam atena field port 3 goals be ba cho Union Palace no etumi te Kanu Pako Leipzig bobo kono tefie ama Mayens ha masa the boys are pa na o check said the boys are prepare ho asa Red Bull Arena adwuma ni nyina betimi akoso oh ankakra na chese Leipzig bobo kwe omne Mayense die master sesai mo de kra na nka mo draw Leipzig tifie ama Mayense be twa ne 2 omuti Kanu Pako he boys bufu afuo dumi chese Leipzig bobo kono anya betesa Werder Bremen and Borussia Mönchengladbach aya 1-1 a game no eno so de baye na me patro de atwani pa wo kra aya Bayern bobo kono Jesus Christ of Nazareth he Bayern for na dini pawamo esan se Leipzig ke say ade ni wie no na se amanfo ya rebet na me patro pass no boy say wi ade no ama ye transfer Bayern ba be wie nso nyuna guso sa mo de omukuta petro kra na de ba be guja na eye dum no so ana wom Hamburg te fie ama Bayern by obian me say Hurricane na soja ba be goals ha ye wie game no na eye 2-2 ana game no de ba na obi krampo no a join no live no so a o se hwe de Bayern na ye no woni hwe ka kire omo me ba cho owram na wa Bayern na owura ne ti ade Hurricane ane Luis Diaz ene nya 2 goals no adema Bayern bobo kono ano aye Bundesliga Kanu patrol games ano som toja ani atem won sam na nyina airpan ene den no urama ma me front ya se 2 games enso no ebe toja awo Bundesliga no onum sam to gate bobo kono ebe bom na de tia kraba le tin na de tia ne se Freiburg tim no sansom na uram awo signal le tuna parka men confirm sam Borussia Dortmund bobo kono abo ade tia heading tim no 4:30 na sankem no ano som toja se Bundesliga no Bayern for ne de aso no no agbena omo no obia eni chempe ewo ho he omo wini atetim sade bi wini atetim nora no masanya bete Bayern ewo 51 Borussia Dortmund ewo 42 tosomie no Hoffenheim ewo 42 atosomie nsa Leipzig ewo 36 atoso9 Stuttgart ewo 36 atoso Leverkusen awo 35 atoso sia red line da ho yankwase ho na afa ya sade ye ma ne nyana no anu nsum etie meba cho Mayens atoso tunsia omo 18 points St. Pauli atoso tunso aye 14 points ana Hete mbobo kono awo 13 points adase o ku atese ku ankane klaba na amobo Premier League ne be no Hurricane our 21 goals. Dennis Undaf upon the Stuttgart. I 11 and Anna already did Michael Olise. And so our 10 goals. We I a Bundesliga no and I am what money to the Remo. Our La Liga Feno. The Tennis Liga. I was a honomono. Memfantu no some I technical no. Yeah, Juma pa technical no. Our and team player Sautono or Jim Paul Paco. Our La Liga no more tiaso chimba kumienu miansa ansa no wale pass no enti La Liga no reappear ampo jona kane pako amantimi ante Osasuna ene payawia 2-2 na game no eno som ade paya wa bra me to dwa as Athletic command the deep boys ne wiamo ha na nya beteo me ba cha Athletic command the de no amonso ne la 20 de no aye no na game no ade baye enti sa game no opian som antimi anchebe uram auche amo home ground so one more de o ne se bounce abobo kono ensom asumai akokwatia wo mo 3 ana bounce akwa we ade koma auche ama chasa dwuma ne nyina no ano som antimi akoye ya kan bounce asem no na wo said na napoko we vi bounce amo som flax no ama bibia som antimi akoye enti colors no so kama mame mfonto dwa asa akwadanya me la me ya ma enya first goal no ade ma bouncer Ferran Torres aye ni 2 ana Marcus Rashford aye ni 3 ade ma bouncer final score no aye Elche 1 Barcelona 3 ano ene PM ho shanen so asam anete na La Liga no ano som to so kama wa bra games no 1 PM shanen so asam aye Real Madrid bobo kono omo som tena fie ewo estadio Santiago Bernabeu mamen fonto dwa asa Madrid ane Rayo Vallecano ane epo na de omo ne se game ne to dwa ne nyina no on sa match no ano baya shepa mamen fonto ane mo asa uram ewo Bernabeu owura ne dim ade Isidro Diaz ono na ekwa wura mo na fe wodi sa game no na me pocho game we won sa Madrid fo ne nim na mama boys anum so na tim na je say bia menim de ensem e be kan ya to tim number aboso no e ba ya basa enti no Madrid po omum po ene esa boys ne mo so na de omo ne sasan kem no e to dwa one na channel so asam about 315 na me ba twa repete se bobo kono aba pop me de tie Valencia tim no sansom na wura mo our side and tin ade etefa omo trefe ewa Colossian Alfonso Perez game no and some boss no etefe ane chauta biko ana no some timi atodwa 5:30 na san game no ana some timi boss ana fe ebon na watwe ahye no so asam ram ewa San Mamés Boria the tennis Athletic Club de Bilbao ebo adi etia Real Sociedad we no aya La Liga matches anete no be ba chone nyina nsom timi abaso adi etene nyina anon nsom timi ama we na no point live e wo show no so ama bibia nsom timi akwe no enti we e total sponsor kwasi ada no papia ye de bramo efri nonkro akopim se tumi no bebo our Otec 102.9Fm so La Liga no Bonsa our 55 points Eddie Kai Real Madrid our game of bonnet I'm 51 80 points no Esanko 4 Madrid the 4 Odia Macau any brand any party kwakoya bono enye betesa enti Madrid our 51 no Atletico Madrid our 45 atosom yensa Villarreal atosom 9 our 42 and Espanyol and so our 34 Real Betis our 32 Celta Vigo our 32 Real Sociedad atosom watwe our 27 points and aya kakra eba ase ono no Mallorca our 21 points amo toso do watwe 11 so no our 18 points toso do kron and our Real Oviedo so no and some our 16 points be ba to de woman some amo dase ho ama be bia some aya fe uramo our La Liga no ma owura ne tede Kylian Mbappe and o goal ball and some our game ne ball be ba to Kylian our 21 goals ho Vegdad Morigi our 14 goals and a Ferran Torres about 12 no aya La Liga ne yete won komo ama bibia nsam atimi akwe ne yemramo e Premier League no na me patro Premier League no aye matches and nsam atimi de amaye ne nyina no o join e na no penal fe no yetimi abo adwuma ne kama oba me say like na shema yan na fe yemomode na fe comments awoto ne nyina watimi de ato ye bebomode na fe no yetimi already ne kama ama bibia nso no Etimian koso kama na ya ne sane nyina no lectures o pomade na fe no onso manini ya 90 aba bebia etimian koso uramo about the American Express Community Stadium me ba cho Brighton bobo kono abo kan ba kuma Everton so no etimitation so asem ya san game no urama ma men fontodwa asa Everton bobo kono ha ya pon wie kura o wa brana Pascal Gross atimi anya go no Adema Brighton and a Beto Atekano Adema Everton Bobo Kono na the woman is some Leeds United and so at the film Arsenal the Gunners hey the Monza says the team na Arsenal Bobo Kono the Premier League no after say United ebo mene sum you know ama ne nyina ye bisi basade ma Arsenal no me ba cho Arsenal Bobo Kono asanya sikama ba de bia etimi ankoso kama owura ne te ade Martin Zubimendi enya first goal no abante ne tene talo eshe own goal ana Victor Jokeres a third goal no Gabriel Jesus aya ne 4 adema the Gunners na wonjo Arsenal team no enya 3 points ne nyina awa we ama bebia so no ano som akwaso kama hye so asa mole new stadium no wonum se wo so bobo ko ne tefie bonma fo bobo ko no akwache ni twane kanime no amonso antimi antebe na mamen fanto ne mo ase owrani te ade junior group wono enya first goal ne de makraba letin ade bonma anafe Alascotton so no eye ne 2 ade ma bonma fo bobo ko no la me pacho Chelsea the Blues e mo ya de Master Jobo generator expert team no ma ye do ono bu ajasafo team no ma ye de ani Chelsea supporters ne nyina me ba Chelsea bobo ko no e mo ya de pa the woman sa Chelsea obia no say game no kwampo no sabe ndi a one way a draw ana ade no etimi ente wa bra ya starting game no first half na Chelsea da form come you nam say crash ade ne ya say na Chelsea na e ba be say ye niema the ten say Jarrod Bowen and Consensus Samaville and nya 2 goals no ade ma West Ham na Chelsea e buy Joe Pedro ate kane bakuma ni ba 2-1 ana makukuraya anso aye no 2-2 ya kwe ni ma 90 plus 2 ya pon wio ya ba be pon eho ana me pacho de tie no ana se Enzo Fernandez the savior ate 3 points no adema Chelsea bobo kono into final score no our Stamford Bridge aye Chelsea 3 West Ham 2 ano ana kakra no so paye be ba cho Liverpool bobo kono echi Newcastle na ni pa mo bo Newcastle fo no mo bo Liverpool fo no bo mo pa to man to man passing epia bo na asa she Newcastle 4 ama de ne ye fe owura de tiri Anthony Gordon no ena nya consolation no adema Newcastle na no uram awo Liverpool ma memfa ntodwa ese Hugo Ekitike enya 2 goals Flowen Vets Epogo ne baako ana fe Ibrahim Konate aya ne 4 ono na dia nwe gu Newcastle for no so ama chesa abonten krampo no ama wo be aya 4 goals na Liverpool and some boy enete no Premier League na to so ebo 2 na uram na Aston Villa me ba Villa Park no Aston Villa bo ade atia Brentford the Bees ama sanke mo no ano som atimi apaso kama ye ka no owura ne tin ade Tim Robinson e gina mo ati sanke mo no ama bibia som atimi akoye kama hyana so at the same time ye tu no me ba Manchester United bobo ko no ababo ade atia Fulham ama sanke mo no ano som atimi abaso de atia no ano sa John Bruce gina mo a center referee our Old Trafford amanke mo no ano som atimi apaso kama owura mo our Nottingham Forest stadium ha anu aya de atia ne san City Ground Stadium on no me ba chonoti ambobo kono bo ade atia club ba letting ade Crystal Palace amasanke mo no anu som atimi atodwa kama ye kano oru ne tede Michael Salisbury and some chama no fe sanke mo no watimi ya adwuma ne kama hyana so asam aya tournament pebobo kono aya big game na amobo na de atia ne sasanke mo ya amoba da pono amone Manchester City and addition 4:30 our tournament stadium ho na the woman and it's a game where Abasono Papa ne tell Robert Jones General a center referee at the amount game no ama bibian some timi ankoya ya didn't na and some timi atodwa and to wait a Premier League Manchester me ba cho enete Abasono and a yeti won come out to na and some timi amount no table no Arsenal 53 Manchester City 46 Aston Villa 46 Chelsea 40 and I top 4 no Uram Akoto top 5 Liverpool Atosunum 39 and a Manchester United our 38 and the Premier League no me ba cho adia ba ko ne se enne say United we near United aba be Liverpool amababa be Chelsea na fe Manchester Uram our top 4 no Osei United and Manchester says kwabra and dia say wo share we you know wa shawo esa wo share esa say United bobo ko no my de master adia ne sam amosha Arsenal bobo ko no ene ma ne nyina anonsom ekoye adia ma Manchester team no entim ano aya kakra na ten no etim ya todwa oramo Premier League no mu a Allen Protalad and all game bo our 20 goals already did it go Thiago about the Brentford 16 ana Antoine Semenyo and some ball Adama Man City ono our 11 goals or ano aya kakra na no pan eba and ya did nyina ano some timi atodwa ama bibia some timi akoye ne yankoye no na fe no ye ne nkomo pin ne nyina ana some out no timi aba Atletico Madrid bobo kono ana no paya mamen confirm say uramo our Atletico Madrid me ba cho alata ya uni ba ne tin ade Ademola Lookman Atletico Madrid omane club ne tin ade Atalanta a reach agreement ama ora ne tin Ademola Lookman the woman is some player no ono some Ramana fe no wakwa akoya adwuma ne nyina ade ama side letting ade Atletico Madrid bobo kono yes boy ne de na side no the woman is some Atletico Madrid club no and na wie ama de elba and some club sawuto no say 2 clubs no on betimi finalize no fe no aye boy no ne medicals ne nyina ono some atimi aye ne kama ama bebia nso no and some atimi akoya aye de ne nyina no and some atimi de aba na me patro Liverpool bobo kono anano payari amenseka anese oranity ade lutra aya getrida obo ade ma Sunderland bobo kono the amenseka na sem aya club no anase Liverpool bobo kono omne side let ade Sunderland 18 komo for apprentice ade getrida entim ano aya de elba no boy no aya defender oba or Liverpool bobo kono pa yesem aya dem fin some our formua ye ten some Liverpool pani for no aya no some ora ne beba ama chesa adwuma ne nyina no ano some atimi ato so ye ten nyina ano some atimi atodwa beba to no must pay ane Leeds United bobo kono aya no musa amade John Duran abasa ba Premier League no boy way by na obai na Aston Villa na onshada nya bi mosa ama player ni ram ewo Al-Nassr okoye enema ye bisi basama no sese uramo awo so close ara concro stadium me ba cho eho kana all body ma fana batch na mom no de atene se playing time no abanta ne day ade aye John Duran no entimi nyebe eno na de men se kan se ton am tim no ane side de ne listen nyina omo som pesa omo de sa 22-year-old no etimi de ne ba be romana fe no sa Colombian international no aba ba ya adwuma ne back e wo Premier League no mo eno aye kakra na no pay eba ana ye te won komane nyina ama bibia nsom atimi akwe no na me pacho ebi asha se eba no ebi aba be du dada kwabena video ni yanko owra ne tede Jeremy Boga yes boy we mo kind pa Jeremy Boga say waba na obaya eye Juventus ana oba be Bolon ade free OG Sinise enti boy no na oye OG Sinise player ama chese omo de na fam Juve oba be po ade amomo till season ni be de na endia Juve ebe tua de tie no say aye 5 million ano aye optional eno som no mo enye mandatory enti say Juve ni je asa Jeremy Boga omo sabe kana aye 5 million eno omo so betua ade ma ochesi ni sebobo kono ano aye kakra na no pai eba ana ye tewu nkoma ne nyina eno som no so no so matiri bobo kono say omo je tum sa club no sama so omo kwa dwama so aha no omo kokodi dwa ama bibia nso timi koye Madrid hwe mfimfia fam ho ana fe center back one mo no onim sa me baba ya report bi de ma as a Madrid bobo koda ne beje as a player ne team ade Christian Romero bo ade autonomous bobo kono Madrid ansa be kano me san catcher wo say enu ono nko a ana sa Madrid e bia omunya no krampa ambefa no e wo center back ho sign afa another one ade na kamo na fe Madrid emia echiro esansam awurade te ade Antonio Rudiger ane de te se David Dalla Barriam Seka ane sam aya club no ombetimi ajama mo manko entim panifo no mia no kono esam Madrid emia echiro ema bibia nsam atimi koye na kakra men Seka ne sam midfield no Madrid panifo na tin koma uno se appointment te ade Victor Mercado Vitinha aya one guy almost say just ne intelligence level no I was so power boy no say oh yeah adwuma no lecture say fifi wa wajibo ni tia so adwuna wode be control no afi no wacheche process no kure ne ya na efe enti de mensa ka no ane some mature bobo kono ama bo Vitinha din yes PG ase omo boy no he ade say be a player na e kan ese opese ko na enye sa dia ala kiaye amonton ne enton ne china eno ya kakra na no pe no eno so letimi aba Madrid monitor player ne tin ade Victor Munoz no eye kakra eba sanso no ana Seko Fofana de Benseka ana se oba bewram na wadi djuma ade ma Porto bobo kono Karim Benzema de Benseka no ana se Benzema so no yese Hilal awa Saudi Arabia wa omo se saiti ade form pa omo de omo pe enti awo person mo fa Benzema ana Jean Philippe Mateta yesi ebesinne one ne agent ne te airport otwen ese club and the Crystal Palace no ebe catch omo se bema yenya obi o enti obetimi akomelan yesi Palace nso se omo nya replacement Jean Philippe Mateta omo nya ne enya ne china na ma boy ne nko Doneka ba mecha every diamond scientific herba and recycling kaso e no pay sorry akwa bompa e nemam no nyankopon ya honhom de no no maduro na afi no anya wonam fam de be ma wonunum be ama na miemia won kye wa mu kama wo bebo made na afi no wagina wona so obo adwuma ama kyase akyade a wonya bida na mfam free wan kasa no o partner no hono obenya bi sanso no ana oba ebechi na afi no wonso wagina mu kama menses no e flow ama skin na tumia toso a eno aye tonne ka ba me cha no ana wonunum be infections a wodo ni nyina e toto ase na afi no onan no nsa eye tete no baby ansom atimi akoye kama odana ajonson tentama ayedoneka na ana make come for adiama sanso no ana wanya accident ama wonkase no emu bui atoa unya pains ewomo ana sawodi ene de emu nemom no de tie ne se etofre ho ese ene mu so unya pains our joint ne mu a ayedoneka ba mecha efi diamond scientific herba and research clinic kaso no aya akekadro pepre Hentia, Asruisa Fomisa, Anafe, Akomore, and Enuia Cano, and the idea Doneka Mecha, Onumbia, Abebwapa, baby a Tonton Rubiano, Obenyabi, Nemum, Peso Betrin Montanaso, Ako Ama and Fifri, Aqua Pramwa, Bra, Otec from her, Oba Oteka, Urama, and yes, Langard on duty, of 4 pound, Ubusana sa open Donek Nibia, Obecha said, Bra front desk here, now for 1 Casano, also Bra Bejo, the Ekama, Emma Bibian Sun Timinque, 80 numbers and all, I 0246 727 677 0246 727 677 and I said 0249 208 252 way I Diamond Scientific Care and Research Clinic almost on a numbers yare bi down so and I would dish you so ono mo tin koma me ba chomba mo wakwankyere na afi no saudi ne beba ana saudi aduro be kan ofia ma ne ho ato ne nyina no on be kire wo kama aba bibia so no etimi akwe omo na bo aye ma ayekwa amanane ekofa amanane nsam ne nyina e de ba ena no pe ekwan ne wasade ya waboboa no ene wie yenkyere master jobo ana afi brakofi one master dan ana afi director kwaku yes director kwaku amwako emna Sun Stone chairman one organizer aye Samson and afi chairman Elliot or Coco Plus boss was me found chairman yes or heavy pa ntino yem fane nyina nsi na the boss player wan ko Kanu to aso nti boss ya da sesemre no ma yi ma yi de kwamona ne
okay objection for ye be da last year see ye be to adwuma de no so total sports edru kwesi da no pass ya na daje nipo so we there a new month's edition the new month's edition. Yeah, so the media can wish you a happy new month, no. Sab penalty. Chelsea in Rome, comeback.
What a game, but now the drama will love me. This somehow Chelsea got 3 points today, not just 1, 3 points.
Very good game. Massive game. Chelsea no feel lose the day fans tribe they celebrate.
A Chelsea tribe fans tribe.
We no fit lose the day FFT they celebrate. We no fit lose, sir. We no fit lose. World champions. We get the right to come from behind. Why? Because now we get London. London belongs to us. We they win home, they win away. Champions of the world, Conference League champions, all the champions of all the trophies, champions of victory, all the champions of behind champions, now be we. Behind champions, now be we. You see this game, this game just teach me one thing. If we come out say, oh, we want come out like world champions, put everything where we have for your body, you don't go fit contain them. That is the difference. Because how we start the game today, it was very, very poor. It was very, very poor. Garnacho, thank you. Garnacho, thank you. Thank you very much. But I have one thing to tell you. For Chelsea, money na water. To go on loan na water. You are done. You dey, but you no dey. You no be our player. We no buy you. We no buy you. This one is eye opener. We no buy you, Garnacho. You are the worst player in the history of Chelsea. To pass ball, they fear you. Receive ball, they fear you. Return back on mark, they fear you. Press, they fear you. Our own jersey, oh, they fear you. Patrick Dogu is better than Garnacho attacking wise. Now where we dey? Man you, I am sorry. Give me Mount. Collect Garnacho. Manchester United, give me Messi Mount and collect your Garnacho. This boy cannot make it to Argentina team.
No. We can't work with such.
This boy, you are not from Argentina. You are the worst Argentina player I've ever known in my life. What a worst game. He finished this game without one good thing.
Hand over possession. Hand over possession.
Do one thing right. I dey house in the house. There is no difference between Garnacho today and me. I cannot defend him. No reason. He was completely off. Take your chance. The coach starts you. Reward us with good performance. No score, but pass good ball. No score, no score. Pass the basic ball. Give a basic pass, the problem. This guy gave us wrong passes like 4 times in a row.
Inside same 1
Times in a row. No pressure. Basic pass.
Non do abo pepepe. Ebeda wa last year senior to aso. Garnacho na ojigu ne ho sa no. Enra de muso hwe. In fact, Enra so on call half time crowd am mabiem. Ovi
Senior
aboko de.
oh Erade adum ni ahwe yie. No mani bi ye.
That's fine. Na mi adum senior.
Good.
Na mi adum.
Echi abusuafo nyina no.
Yeah, Mickey Ando. Yes, a crab on some of Physical FM or say more fire our last teams in our show on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Richard Obin Poku or say happy new month. Nana J or say more of Liverpool FC news. Kwadjo Boache, Mr. Kanu, this Kotoko team, what at all should we do to win Ghana's Premier League? Please, can you tell me the last time we won the league? The team is very, very sick. Please, have we won over Heart of Lions before? Oh, because I Lions there, but my name is Obisase Pandua.
Okay. Pando asem no Kandia is a different matter.
Se Pandu kura koto kwa share that one. Me ni records no offered there, but
Shedan Kai.
Enya dia
as a kotokwa show ho yeah.
Pandu there. Anyway, I know ye Kwadwo Boache ne dia no. And the last time I got to G League in the year, Nana Yamponsa second season.
Ogum
Ogum.
first coming no.
The first time or buy, you know.
First season
First season now.
So
that was Nana Yamponsa's first season, right?
No, I think the second season. Nana Yamponsa di kabe to Maxwell Kunedi.
Maxwell, yeah, no fire.
No fire and Sana Ogum.
Okay, all right. Until the last time I got to G League, it should be, I think, 2022. Yeah, 2022.
Yeah.
2022. Then Chebia. United. The last time I United G League in 2022, I think you say. Anyway, my main 2 messages in so now. Yeah, I'm share discussions na say. We Kwadwo Boache na makano. Senior Kwesi Obin. Good morning, Kanu and the crew. The best sports show is live at Obuasia Bompe news site. Happy new month to you all. Sweet victory for Barca yesterday. Another domestic treble loading this season. Greetings to all workers of Dotobri Rural Bank PLC. Workers, especially Obuasi branch. Okay. Kwame Frempong, good morning. Watching you live from Sefshi. Ahukwa. All right. Emmanuel Jan, Al Haya Park, Ewo, Al Ain, UAE. Or say winning tonight against Tottenham. Or City. Okay, City winning tonight against Tottenham. All right. Listowell Jesus Spinal. Arsenal, the Gunners are winning 3 trophies by hook or by crook. Kwabena Mafu, my name is Kwabena Mafu at Kumasi Atonsu Feyase, Barcelona all the way. Roxanne Osei Ebenezer. Osei, good morning, Kanu. I think this Chelsea new manager has something special. Enzo Maresca doesn't have. Okay. Inspector Befi Redu from the Bimbila FPU base now says, Kanu, you guys are amazing. Enjoying the show live inside Solar Tuna Kaba in the Savannah region. Visca Basa. Okay. Nyansapo Addison watching you live from Amasaman Sedlight. What a comeback. Greetings to Nanako Ekwedu, the 10th chief of Gomwa Mankwaze. Okay. Kofi Ajiman Blackman, good morning. Watching you live from Pig Farm in Accra. Tete Solomon, I'm Champion Diko from Asin Basufi Ningo. Keep up the good work, Otec Sports. Yeah, that's Nana Japan Political. And Atletico Madrid so I'm some so draw.
And
No bomb but the choice of words in intimate kind of message. All right, Tite Ferguson, Zagano, if Kotoko will continue playing like yesterday, Adriana FC will score us. So poor defense is killing us. Romeo Obimpina Nana Kwame Kwakun Safua watching you live from Agrek. United Nye Phobia Nye. Great Victor Ameleke, good morning to you all. Vincent Osei Bonsu, Man United will win the EPL this season. Nana Ejay watching live from Macro Ahimfie, more fire. Nana Yaw Spanky watching live from Swami. Greetings to my wife, Nana. Nana Lavish, or I'm Lavish inside Chronoma Francho, him mine. Okay, Lavish, that's it. Yabua Isaac, good morning, Kanu. I'm watching you live from Mansukwe. Arsenal is the best club in the world. Oh, Mansukwe, Yencha Nana Peter. Nana Peter. Who is our guy, Nana Peter?
Nana Peter, Edino.
Mansukwe. Also a town now what you done.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, say Nana Kraka say. Trip.
But this yeah boy. All right. Di Mateos or say, come on, citizens. Richard Bedman, Usu Gunners for life. Obed Sao, watching you live from Accra, McCarthy Hill. Tete Solomon, congratulations to the Blues for their beautiful comeback yesterday. Edusei Gideon, I say good morning, Kanu and the sports crew. I'm watching you live from Barcelona, Spain. Blue is the color. Osei Chelsea, and my greetings to my son, Rhys Edusei of Esuohumim PPA. Osei Evans, I say so Asante Kotoko destroyed everything for me. Andy Dan, good morning, guys. Watching you live from Western Togoland. Benin Steven Amabeku, aka Ture29, watching and listening to you live from Adanse Bofu Eduko Kwase. Benji in Fancy Syria, thank you so much, Heart of Lions. You made my day yesterday. Today, Phobia will massacre Bechem United. Greetings to MCE Atrimangwe Beja or South. Okay, Okumkom. Nyame Akwesi, good morning, Mr. Kanu and your committed crew. My team, Asante Kotoko, will bounce back and Real Madrid will win their match this afternoon. I extend my greetings to my only mom, Eno Ekwefri of Busheng. Watching you live from Ayamfore Resettlement. Anane Kunsu Kojo Kromasi the Gunners, Young Konkwa. Abba Zakari, good morning to you all. And a Boaten Gunplay, aka Skido. I say I'm enjoying the program live at Confanoche Teaching Hospital, Cardiothoracic Unit. Keep up the great work. Man United will win against Fulham today. Okay, few of the messages are Beka Hona, Mema Kwama Kofi, and Tinsim now on games in Mame. Naneji, I love your sports. Please, the name of the guy who brings us the foreign news. Your friend Dominic Ousu and San Walasti. We will say Barcelona all the way. Jang Halid Budi. Kwame Sarkodie watching you live from New York City, Bronx. Man United will win today's match. We will say your friend then Choubasa. Arsenal what? Anyway. Kobe DH blue is the color. And we from Sikajakufi. No wonder we are the pride of London. Chelsea. Nana Ofuri, good morning, boss. Watching the show live from Accra, Trasaco Phase 2. Best sports show. Ajiman Mensa Paviola Gabriel. I say, why Kotoko always lose to relegation teams? Akwesi Bismarck. Man United must win today. Watching you live from Efujasias Asechrewa. Akwesi Bismarck. Nedie Enono. Andy Akins. Chelsea is never say die. Now the Blues. From Andy. Watching you live from Bremen, New York. Godfred Beku GH, watching you live from Dubai. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. AJ Eugene also good job. Happy new month. Francis Obeng, the losing spree of Kumasi Asante Kotoko continues unabated like nobody's business. Hearts of Oak 3, Bechem United nil. Phobia, never say die until the bones are rotten. Hey, Francis in the house. Aziz Dan Hawa Kasapreko. Also, salam alaikum, guys. You guys are doing a great job. Live in Abu Dhabi. Okay. Amu Akwesi. Good morning, Osei Akoto, Kanu. Chelsea will pull a surprise at the end of this season. Mark my words. Greetings to your sports crew watching you live from Koko. Daniel Awate, aka Lamte, watching you live from Dubai. Al Rahaba. Work done, Kanu. It was a good work done, Kanu. Greetings to my friend Nanaba, aka Akwesi from Japandu. Okay. Yabua Prince. So tomorrow is 1 year of death. Osei Pole died in February 2nd, 2025. So tomorrow marks 1 year of his death. No updates. Kotoko, what are they doing about the case? Thomas Aprekusi, good job. Nana Japan political. Okay. All right. So Kobe, after finding way be in Chechane, I feel paper. Nipa bonf will be trained second. Eddie one young kunipa dasani. All in the name of football support. Like we don't know sometimes you see people at the condemned cells or prisons, they will begin to ask questions, say, the end of the nipa kwa to baby sir. And some of these senseless acts. So show young kunipa dasani and no actress kind they are one unprovoked. Because I support team A, who were team B, Moshi Abobonti, I was a kunu furiase. But nani pani updates about the case. Case in the say, Ukwania to us, Ukwania to us.
Said the last time a lawyer Safuduku ba na or can a home como kakrani adia inti. Who's a asem ne kudi aban sem side do baby a court asem no ne kan bibi e ho ntino at this point there is very little Kotoko can do because court that so ikura asem nimti we are only hoping say justice be adwuma so ebia ne family na Omuka say there will be some support for them, Nuna or Kahu Assembly. But the court case, as we speak, there, Eddie for Kotoko to do something. Nti Yina but 10 year Mompai say in the end, or more with this Abonino, Emranium Bedini Pepe.
So police when you justice.
Absolutely.
All right. Serious. Any you take you over, say. Okay. The radio in Chelsea for what ya open crab be phone lines now new call it Chelsea fans no. Oh. Munim komo.
Ebede na e di Arsenal koshe for. Oh. Our Gini League.
Arsenal the exception see just one defeat to United. I mean they are back to normal business. Arsenal a team I anymore almost say omo winning games they are kwa league, you know. And ba ku bi achia kakra ba ku pebi. And if you see what yes in normal business ma wa sheko. O be sia bi obeshawo. So say week in am about return leg no.
Any Arsenal no.
Around next week.
I think next week.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, Rosini has say 5 matches in a row watching in all competitions. 5 straight wins. Are there United that pair for more than 1 year in Yebida? Akwai Baya 1 month in Pomai. 5 matches in a row.
Okay, so the first game was against Charlton.
Yeah.
Then the EFL Cup first leg of the semi-final against Arsenal.
After losing to Arsenal, no.
Brentford, Napoli,
Palace, West Ham.
Palace was last week, and then no, the West Ham so
Liam Rosinia effect.
Yeah, but you were quite a crazy tracker. It's a basso. Na mamin bien komonum kakram fabe bimrana mi maybe o Premier League nim. Na ene over France there's a crucial game. Na the man ye crucial no dynamics I will league table no successia. Last week na me catch say over France na over Germany it appears say both PSG and Bayern ebetimi lose some games and still come back to win it. Now this weekend league table na season enti PSG ahead of the game and now omo against Gary O'Neill's Strasbourg no Kanu omo behind RC Lens after 20 games. RC Lens about 46 points, a point more than the PSG there. I could tell because PSG were 45. Now PSG is playing away to Strasbourg. Now Ushe Strasbourg Kanu somewhere in October Omoba Park the Princess and PSG be ball 3-3 around that time. Na Liam Rossini or Chelsea yana in charge of the team. As we speak, on the 7th position on the league table, ahead of this game and against PSG. And from the look of things, can we say Gary O'Neill it take you over from Liam Rossini ana? Baby ana Rossini at this Strasbourg ejinano. E hwa no di omujina and omo ko manim sa the same level. Even in the last 2 games, they've won all of them. Now, for them to travel to Park the Princess in October, no ultimately 3 balls at 2 PSG nets no tells you say they can be a very difficult side to play. In Tieneno, maybe in October, so we league table no so now drawing that game against Strasbourg no affected PSG because not gap them. But as we speak, RC Lens are on top. Into PSG with a defeat will mean say after 20 games in the French League One, PSG second to RC Lens. I don't think say ombe pese sa story no ebijina. But I quite say PSG not convincing that much compared to last season. Even in the Champions League, last 2 games Omabo against Sporting and Newcastle. In all those games, PSG epic just a point. That was the last game at home on Newcastle boy. Before that, no more lose to Sporting in the Champions League. And they are not that convincing. Nemum enedia it is expected say Ombeshe no maba back on top of the league table. Now I suspect say a very difficult game for PSG. Of course they have the men to do the job. Uzemaka say unlike those days now Monaco be borem edgy league ni ba kubini adia on Mbappe ni Bernardo Silva mo squad no. This time, so here Marcel, we Monaco, even RC Lens, yeah. Now here almost squad size now compared to PSG. Still, who say PSG gap no more in terms of the quality, no, it was ropa. And it is theirs to lose, but from the look of things, Kanu, it is becoming difficult compared to last season. Ntiene, may assure said that pressure will be there. Ebi amu beko investment so no it will be proper say mo beko for goals, but I think say PSG must depart from recent form no as I on and off any idea no. So enti Louis Enrique in the side no e were tough game and a one gamer me say me be pa. I want to see how Gary O'Neill side no will play against PSG and that's a very tight game. Enti yebe but the expectation is that PSG ebe pick it 3 points no ma claiming omu position no back. Siyeka France asemi o de ko Germany so a Kanu. Last weekend Bayern lost. Enra Omasa draw against Hamburg. So what that means is say in the last 2 games Bayern Munich bought ewo Bundesliga they've picked only a point out of 6. They lost last weekend at home, and then in that manner Omosanko draw. At some point they took the lead by 2-1. Yet Hamburg ebenya equalizer no emi drew baby cry no was looking like Bayern beat me a concede a 3rd goal. Inti enye good results. But listen, this is the reason why Bayern beat me a lose a draw in that manner and still come back. And Dortmund ebo at home against Heidenheim. Of course, only a favorite to win. But so check it points difference between Dortmund now that second and Bayern Munich now. Dortmund as we speak 42 points. Bayern enya 1 point 15 about 51. And should Dortmund win, they will come to 45 points. Still behind Bayern 51 points. And 51 points. And Kanu, that is why in Germany say it is more like a 1-horse race, and you can understand because the difference between Bayern and other teams emuwa. It is the reason why from last weekend games are Bayern abo in terms of results umunya de omope, but pressure be any Vincent company so sa. This is the Bundesliga for you. They still have the space. Sad draw na enra investors enye happy Bayern is not hurt because they are still in a position to defend the league. The can say the Aka is the Champions League. When it comes to the league there, they will lose some games, they will still draw some games, but I don't think say team BR is strong enough to compete Bayern when it comes to the title. Ibia in the Champions League and also a company it make a different statement. But it was a shocking scoreline against Hamburg. So Spain assembly Yebeka. But when it comes to Germany, I think say this is what is happening. Enikwan say ya manfo nwa pi. Nemum enra na me pe Antonio Conte any Napoli reaction ewo Maradona Stadium ho. Now if you look at how omo fight here against Chelsea in the Champions League, Arsenal lose by 3-2. Now right after the game, the way Antonio Conte after shaking hands with 1 or 2 people or walking straight to the dressing room now who say I hate you omopa because they needed the win to stay in the Champions League. Massa again after playing a number of games without a defeat ewo Maradona Stadium hono. Chelsea went there to break that then. Enra against Fiorentina, they needed that reaction and they did it in a grand style. First half, Nami follow game and you could see any determination from Napoli guys After that win in Kanu, they are still 3rd on the league log with 46 points. And the Inter away to Cremonese, it is expected so better because Ahwadeno is never the same. But even in a situation where Inter and winning Nempono, look at it. Inter that's 52 points. Milan is 2nd with 47 points. Nanka was Milan bought Bologna, but almost you saw to Krum Maya postpone game we'll look at it later. But Siciano, it is Inter still on top. And you expect so already 3 points. Ebeka maybe from 52 to 55. And na 3 points no enra the city of Naples one day. Na Napoli here gidi. And they got it. And Antonio Conte there now or you out of the Champions League. And sa headache na the beer edini nyano eko he will now have the chance to concentrate on the domestic league, and we'll see how Ebeko. Afena, yeah, enter week 23, and I enter week 23. And there are still a lot of matches. And unlike Ashasiano, not the way points nebo bohuno. Now gradually Inter and it's the more reason why I was said the likes of Milan, Napoli, if they want to compete and get the title, I was say making sure say wins no ebeye more. But I was particularly happy with Antonio Conte boys in reaction. At some point, Fiorentina responded at the back to, but it wasn't enough to pick a point. Enti omoya ade ewo. When it comes to the La Liga, Kanu, I think say Barca win no and Rano na any surprising, not at all, because say after losing to Sociedad, it drew baby na fe enuma be tight, and Champions League nedi break kakra by, and no more return in that fashion. And before the game, Enra, now just a point separating the two teams. So Barca needed to win, and our response was massive. Rashford, Lamine Yamal, and Ferran Torres Jumani Kama. They are good to go.
Coincidentally, so on the first leg, the Barca we need 3-1.
Yes.
And as I had 3 players now.
And so now,
I
mean, it was expected on my and then so the same thing. And you say Madrid and should be winning at home. I don't think this will be a big deal for Madrid. You see, in the last game of Champions League against Benfica, Beloa, a disappointing. Who say will take you over? No, he lost the cup game, but when it comes to the league, now results, now shall say about now. It wasn't just about the results, not players, not performance, and so and we then common yes, so Adia Alonso went to me to build that sort of relationship with players and any idea no. As a Beloa and a Benfica with that energy, a stoppy woman back in the La Liga, and 3 points something that expected from them, just to make sure say the chase will be tight. And Kanu, it is likely see a baby, points gap no besa be 1 now. They can't afford to drop. So what you say, and after losing in the Champions League, as you see top 8, Madrid and Mukobu playoffs though. I think the next game at home, you need to make sure say Obenya scoreline Abema supporters any agenti
earlier on American dynamics, on we're trying from outside as a cheap game Emma Madrid visa, but yes almost free defeat in the Champions League now, but very frustrated after how almost lose game and then local rivals. I mean Rayo Madrid province and anytime you miss Madrid Biano, they want to play to impress. And now so munya the bragging right krum honey adenti omo tiny Madrid bonnet in time pam so be kai first leg no
so be shebi
so tight game and that easy for Madrid, especially when Abelu buy results no so I mean on and off bisani adie but Madrid for you no one surprise bia so ne.
Yes, but we say league ni there Abelu in disappointing. Okay. In terms of the La Liga, he's won all the games now. Wabonu so far. Okay. The cup game, you remember against I think Abeseti, right? And Benfica and Sudan. But when it comes to the league, he stayed in the competition very well. Yes, I agree with Niawu Ken. It is like a local derby bisa. And in derby games, we know how I am energy in it here. This one is at home. So what you say?
Sure.
The other one was away. I think it was in November. I expect Madrid to win.
Okay.
I expect them to win.
All right.
To the Premier League. Arsenal, Jumani Kama in Komono. And what after that defeat, Munyaye against Manchester United at home. Yes, Ombe winnie in the Champions League against Karat, but me sure say no a game na obi expect to say be diamas na. In fact, we were even surprised say omutimidi 2 balls at 2 Arsenal net. Until you needed that response or return it to the Premier League, especially if you want to stay on top and make sure say points gap no inclusive may tighter. So response we are no here, and they responded. Game ne started, you know. Now say Leeds mu kakra ba Arsenal took over and yes, say omu ye heavy, very heavy for Leeds. And you know, my idea, the Kanu, consistency. So
sure.
Me sure Arsenal fans are excited and they are still on course. City so very difficult game to some extent against Spurs, and I remember Thomas Frank taking over. Or she City by 2-0. And then no, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium no. Kanu, it won't be easy for City. So what I see, especially some say we City so as a on and off kakran suwom. And a bit me Basse City. Dropping points, and of course, moving into the game on paper, you still pick City so a favorite. So what I say, but I've always said Thomas Frank and then the guys, no, they also have materials. Can on a good day when they come up, tough for anything in this world.
Okay,
Mekaiso Thomas Frank taking over in the Super Cup. They gave that signal against PSG. Unfortunately, after taking sa lead, no momentum and holding on. And a PSG by winning on penalty, and I feel starting and so now do baby na momentum na drop. But whatever be the case, it's a difficult game. So all the space is here now for leads between Arsenal and City. Yes, sure said the non fixture anymore ding kakra will be City day. So what I say, enti enona ema Arsenal win now was the be gap nim awaiting the basic net between City and Spurs no good for Arsenal. So but whatever be the case on paper, I think Obama City a double chance, even though Spurs can also pull a surprise. So until Arsenal wamuda sujinem what I say na baby ana manfo nkomo ne dodo na wo Stamford Bridge yesterday. Chelsea come back no, you can only admire it, especially in that manner. And if you look at goals, no, João Pedro Diei, look at Kuku, and even Enzo Fernandez go no, time now go no krabai no. So the comeback was solid. And again, Rossini actually say, game ne koso na yen ready na yen take decisions. Any changes he's on point. Nemo how was starting game no na me ne nyadwen. Me hu line up na no. Na no ma mienu ene wo mitrim. Me ne nyadwen. Ba ma men try we se mete na se ana. Die enti na be ma na decide say obekọ that way. And when I was trying to analyze why coach no be taking that decision, of course, say Estevaldo Oko back to Brazil. Chelsea fortunately say personal reasons. After Napoli game, no, Oko back to Brazil. As we speak, we don't know when I'll be returning to the squad. And Chelsea phone soon said I'm communicating at the airport. I almost say personal reason were returning to Brazil. So he wasn't available. But so it changes now or now can. In the game against Napoli, or the city of Naples, lineup ni baya na Rossinia, airborne Rhys James, and Wesley Fofana, was center back. A lot of people didn't understand, but me can say me coach na say because se na me hwe ekire other center backs no in that away game in that difficult situation, I will be here. Players or more that temperament, calm even under pressure. No, at the back, James and Fofana will offer you that more than any other player. Ever for Chelsea. Say ye Adarabio, you say ye Chaluba, say ye Bediashilo, all of them. Until I said, say menene yarding. Of course, edru baby because Wesley Fofana right center back enti na all pretty left center back in that game na send who chin, so he decided say or the Chaluba bebem and all of that. Chelsea became stable, they won the game. Na enrano game no menene nyadwen, but I think first half no actually why the coach decided to play Reece James and Wesley Fofana in that game against Napoli, because Badia show any other player be a way who be especially center back one actually say they don't have the temperament to play that position. And one thing I believe say was say coach stick to ni our Italy won in this game, because look, yes, West Ham has struggle on that 18 for so, but this is a Premier League game. If you lose in that game and common beba any pressure beba completely different. Every Premier League game is a tough game. It doesn't matter the opponent. Every Premier League game. And you see, Enzo Maresca did the same thing after winning the Club World Cup, having a fantastic preseason, even though we were more a lot of games. But starting season, it was Stamford Bridge against Crystal Palace. The expectation was that Chelsea kwashe. In the end, Chelsea drew that game. I feel now dropping confidence. Into the way a man Rossini and the guys echo winning against Napoli, it was expected say Ombe show a certain level of consistency in terms of lineup, but a lot of changes which didn't help, especially at Chirehorn. Shade anu we you. Ne back line Obenche Kuku Obojero Hato. Who say Hato me boss center back as our ball left back. Even when we go to Netherlands national team na Kanu, me boss our positions na. And in that game and run, Ashasian coach was pushing the players to do adia de bia omutaye. Se Chelsea attack ya ube say na Jero Hacho aba midfield. Na be more like a back three of Badiashile Gusto and I think Chaluba also, yeah. But this is it. Say or come midfield no almost switch it, never back three now. Ulusia, you are expected to drop back, but na hachuntimin komba. Ena Ghana Chonsu or one left wing one was on also back to support no on also Obakra ni defend the near terrible. Even the first goal, for example, how he defended gave West Ham the chance to push into first half no na Wan-Bissaka any Bowen afa side hujna, and it was the main problem for Chelsea. But the good thing is in the second half, coach decided to make changes, and when it comes to the changes needed, onyani right. Say Jamie Gittins the any day upright he was forced to do it, but all the other changes was on point. Kuku Beshe go, Jao Pedro Ebeshe assistive, Enzo Fernandez in the second half the changes anyhow. What she said in the place at some point was switching a bit typical 4-4-2. Second half was excellent, but I think the first half in the lineup and another problem, and some of the players actually say indeed Chelsea cannot rely on them moving forward. Badiashile and Garnacho, seriously,
Garnacho too early,
and too early, and Garnacho there uze makase ni issue ni on as ojina pitch ni so onye that serious. The same thing applies to Dilap. Nti Dilap, Garnacho, Badiashile and all those guys can they've proven say they can be the main guys for Chelsea. Nti yes, the comeback was good. I think moving forward any coach need take his risk ni beam. But the positive thing in that first half now, anko for Chelsea ne say is giving coach the opportunity to fairly assess some of the players. Nti moving into the next games, me sure say we be shapey ne thinking when it comes to omo e so omo starting any omo also mu free bench. But man say because Oba Yenche, he's trying to make sure say at least player be fairly ebenya some minutes. For example, had to say Obo on Enrai. Kanu so call back to ne Kruma or a national team player. Hanti sometimes coaches need all these things. They try to make sure say on me binum mini send ye beya omun lusu positions national teams and all of that. But at the same time, I was a club ninsu enya results stay in the competition, which is why I think say moving forward, I was say Rosinia I check his ID in a year or buy and che yemfan say roughly a month. And if you look at the games at Waba so far, very impressive. He's only lost to Arsenal in the EFL Cup and no reverse fixture or into other so a chance to qualify to the next stage. Into so far so good.
Ya say Arsenal a beatable way and was Modia na mochi. But race men can say Arsenal is back and Chelsea and next.
Okay.
More next target.
Okay, all right. We are ready.
I mean, this makes English football win a man here special from the others, no. And in Spain, they can only talk of the Clasico. What do I say?
Yes.
But in England, Chelsea, West Ham, Crabbage may entertain you. A chain, Barca Atletico, Madrid Atletico.
Sure.
And it's Sociedad, Mone Valencia. You get it? Is it Arsenal, Chelsea rivalry? United City, United Liverpool, Liverpool Chelsea, Arsenal Liverpool, Arsenal City,
Everton
Arsenal
Liverpool.
I mean,
Premier League is Premier League.
Oh, sure, yeah, sure.
For the Chelsea fans, Nemo Kanu media, I don't like a game. I was over from behind. On any other day,
risky.
And we are ultimately surviving. And he needs to work on that. And me sure, I trust him. Who's a main medical because I've seen signs. Where after the game, one media no engage, no more bisan about first half any players in the performance. And Kanu, he was smart enough not to single out the players. Be say we are Nadian or say the trip to Italy and back no on emotionally on ne stressful. And even at training before the game, no. And he was expecting say. Omuko pitch ne so a ebet sisa but unfortunately first half no sa stress no and affect womo. But the good thing is the bounce back. You see how he's analyzing the players.
As one video now and I mean who on TikTok now air security goalkeeper Sanchez at half time.
Yes. Or no any supporters in
all catches supporters
we still have 45 minutes left.
I don't know because there were 45 minutes to play BBNC. That
was a good one from Sanchez. Now supporters now agitated, even on the coach. Coach Nikradi, some of the supporters were not happy with. They even thought, say, Ganacho did 10 minutes crowd pitchness because Ganacho was not defending well. He wasn't attacking well. The passes Nina was 40. And you know, Ganacho a chewo game nim and but they are sure so it was a good one from Sanchez.
Okay, all right.
Old Trafford.
Come on, 4-0 Chasso.
Okay. Me dey na me kai mu ke say Fulham ya money wo mo ebo 1-1. Sa game no na wo vim se mo ko akoshe wu.
Ye say wie no better last season. So last season zo me yi free mo FA Cup Old Trafford.
Yes. But league ne the United bomb home and away. Okay, say first leg na ye watakwa.
Yeah.
Opening day no.
Yeah.
1-0 and a reverse fixture I think it was 2-1 or 1-0 something like that.
And Lisandro Martinez Segu and as Bruno Fernandes, so I mean something like that. Yes,
And also I think it was 1-0 sir.
Yeah.
1-0.
And the Montreal phone say him. Yeah, inspire mo. You
be a na for cry win there. United must win.
Anyway.
Oh say me say Carrick has changed something. Say the way United is set up our field no so can you guys say yeah best start season, you know. Ni United whom come on around that time. I said the concern was as a United need to buy. They are not buying. Yeah, then I'm saying United our materials will beat me their company.
Yeah.
I was a coach in a switch keke no ba either 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 and that's what Carrick and one more the free room to just play and it's working. And so we say we about 2 games against City and Arsenal, but people can easily predict says will be in prior Casemiro ni Kobimenu 2 players and they are Patrick Dogu pray. It's obvious say Kunya Beba Beshaho. You have Bruno the number 10, Ahmad Yafeta obe operating from the right wing. What I say? What you so prefer Mbomo over Sheshko, all things being equal. Until Mbomo will lead the attack. The back line, no. Here they are. Ube Luke Shaw, ube Maguire if he's fit, ube Martinez, and so they are now. So we share them Philly, Diogo.
Dalo.
All right.
Carrick by
but Carrick is feeling and and to say you can easily predict United lineup.
Team Bia Papa Biano. You should be able to predict first 11.
Absolutely.
What you say?
Absolutely.
Look at when you are Bayern Munich for first 11. I say Real Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool, Arsenal. I mean Chelsea. So, but coach now say. Okay, minimum way there, but I say now Maresca not pay rotation, especially our wings one year. But I mean, team Papa there. I mean, those days now United midnight. Look at when you Van der Sar, Gary Neville, Patrice Evra, Ferdinand, Vidic, Kumfinfua, Carrick Bebo, schools are more. No above Anderson. Like which me predict 11 is so and a maximum team Papa. Now team and then you assistant Akoto, China waiting now all right, senior.
But me just this one there is just a caution. Good performance, good scoreline against City and Arsenal.
The fanatism aspect of me and my casa. A difficult game. A difficult game.
After 2 games against City and Arsenal, no. A man for PG saying and United may really goals.
A difficult game,
it may not be goals piece, but I think United have everything to win.
The other name share if Sky Sports for interview I'm going with Raul Jimenez, striker. Was he loves playing at Old Trafford. Like also by United Old Trafford one and you were pressure by United so tema who away team no ultimate jira who boni ye correct
obonso na boni ya
who agidin
obia be kan wasem
and to be honest with you enye easy sir enye easy
enye goals I don't expect goals bebre let me put it that way by a win there is expected say after beating Arsenal and City to me Murphy Old Trafford a man for crash I see a church say carry catch say yemfa contract money is permanent. So unti at home unti mean disappointing.
All right.
So unti Kanu. Yeah fancy. But Liverpool so yeah they say now obo ma baso. I thought it was going to be tough against Newcastle there. Kanu and a slot nene boys and so ba party ni money FFA and they needed it because who say before this weekend now reports be in am say and here you season no cry Liverpool in the baby so auntie it was a good one.
All right.
Yeah, to us way
me da se pa Kufila bi abushan for the governor and yetenen Kanu GFA the coaches mako and 9 call Wales and pay number 2 local coaches no na Fatal Salifu. Okay, Fatal Salifu. On a coach out of Lions, our first division. Or don't buy Premier no. Fatal Salifu.
Okay.
Ono Kobe, on picture ni Fatal Salifu. On na Ghana flag sign. Abdullah Ghazali, Kobe. Winfred Dormon, Kobe. And a former Black Stars player, Godwin Atram. Honestly, the head coach of our Tram division on one team,
no any team.
And to almost say a UEFA B license coaching course organized by the Football Association of Wales. I would say a technical collaboration between the GFA and the FAW, Football Association of Wales. na omo chese omo ye de aboa na yen coaches no mamiem minim criteria omo de selective for ni do but anope ya no ma fly to omo ko omo na me ka say grabia omo ti wiem kro omo de omo ko omo na wiem
say dormon so they in charge of dreams so
dreams say fatal no say one of the national teams
as under 20
you should be
and
a Ghazali war house
assist
omo na ko and I make us say obi anim criteria omo de select by me or omo nyina ye Ghana for
balance omo tie sa de me kai say e ma no kro mu ye bi omo ye bi ma
senior to be honest coaching ne de nyame anu nukure ni
seriously I was it to me because your coaches you were problem
your problem with coaches coaching will come up they say o ka say o ka say okay the Senegal for ye be say be Ghana ha ye ma local coach bi ko je AFCON maya why na obo ni di aka asem o to wado ground say that was a local coach was a foreign coach okay or a local coach
or a local foreign
hybrid no say yes say
pure local sa
on papi tiao ana immerse fine mo like sa level ni bi no I think it's very difficult to do sabe su bonya bi. But back then, no, we had coaches in Ghana, Ghana for omutime J CAF Champions League, CAF Confederation Cup, omutime kofa countries bi de omo qualify ko AFCON.
Yeah.
You will coaches are omutime draw system man be world globally accepted.
Multi-system.
Yes. Ghana haya.
Ba unim se o.
As I say no. Yes, I made the me can say pitches. Emma yembo no eye dema yen coaches no. But no crepa ne say o call league centers ni na ohebo ni bia. Ya na to make tactical deductions say coach we say no person obo ne ball no fast goals. Say na we person obo we zera make can say.
Matter as ba coaches ni bebre so ni omo kasa omo susu believe say enye omo pio na players nso aba nso no ma wo form.
Oh, na say no man tio. And no ma form means say obi any quality bebre bia nchen obi. At least obi a wo no ane so ne dia. Obi tumi dia expressing the tactics or pitch so. You get it. But it's like your copper anano here, your call a year be. So things man Prince Moka. Was it bare 5 years ni? This is the first time I share local football. Now like
na ne hwe de but who say ke de ani kaka emu so awo Didi Coach Bash Ibrahim Tanko CK Akono mu sa coaches ya mabubodi even including Mr. Karim Zito and Kazu was saying by now come ye up there to be able to, because na se papi tiao it me be fast Senegal no de omo chanti makoje no abefa national team proper after Ali say no de abeje AFCON adena Ibrahim Tanko ntiminye adena Karim Zito ntiminye adena Didi ntiminye sa ade no adena Coach Bash ntiminye sa ade no adena CK ntiminye sa ade no uze CK nu kra de omu nya omu training including Ibrahim Tanko no Germany what as make omu look pure look afu ipa omu ne yeti aso to de unse ono na o shedan na hakura ni coach ni adi nya say Dortmund ya intinka you will even they say Duncan cry when e chia yi hu na kira kwan the last ejuma mi hu so e oba mediema mediema e beji league no and omu san ne party ways enti at some point we saw me refi Max Okunedu kra but I say omu minim say catch up with what is happening globally. And now say I was speaking with the coach. And also ne strong belief ne position say players ne me jumane ye ding. Say players no so me jumane ye ding. But my argument was that, but coach, we've seen some of the teams locally, local players and so on. Coaches ni bitimi share even now if you pick Mediema. se me dey ma set up clear utumi hu how they want to play. Nti me say me catch re omo kra say omo problem be nya especially while we games ni say okobo fuzi any Salim e won finfin as two midfielders in an away game obebre because they will not offer you some defensive abilities no. So what I say maybe that's the only problem. But when say against nations cross second half for the God knows Jakpasubaye who's no came with sa defensive abilities. Net say the Prince Bedude Makotoko say but say Ibrahim Tanku boys no pitch no so you see a certain pattern. You see how they want to play. So what I see you.
Sure.
Hanti it is doable. And when I see that we want to help our coaches, ABS on
CK
Jemfini muta sena Kwame Nkrumah those days ni ado mutimi support your coaches ni munko sua de mra.
Yeah. So CK Jemfini success ni nyina is believed to have been the supporter winner from the then president Nkrumah. Manako Brazil
kusuya de ba any ade.
But the AFCON be my any ade.
Yes.
So a step in the right direction.
Absolutely.
But any can say see here.
There was a humor.
Yes.
Humor. And then you mentioned the selection criteria. Oh, and he said if you were the resources and the connections no to help her. Kanu ye meme. Oh, ye me next him. So what I say because one of the things they come.
The internet may be no crano, maybe about how I almost selected this for no.
Yeah.
Because currently coaches be on bomb more than by certification a problem more. So such coaches, I mean, if you say be a wait my opportunity for them to upgrade.
Yeah.
One of them Johnson Smith. I mean, you get it. But we clearly who say people
you must align. You must get connected. one connect here. The assembly.
Anyway, and there are 2 matches about so in league anymore. Now say and our results ni ko wie. Vision SMU Emma Dreams also SMU. In fact, Dreams na ko share first 2 goals. 2 goals ni nyina so John Entry and a sheni nyina. Na 44th minute no and a branch even na kwesi amoa etika ba kuma ni 2-1. Ti ye game na 90+1 and a Sheriff Muhammad Idrisu wano enya the equalizing goal no Emma Vision FC ma game na ndi 2-2. Enti ano ewie wo ni J Kraku the second sports complex ano ewo Tema Newtown. Na the other game of course no so the ba so Pando Stadium e Hona Heart of Lions enom Asante Kotoko e kamiensa e ma Kotoko timu baako. Aha. Na the year and say Lions and share first goal. Na year seed of Asante on the 35th minute. 45+2 and a Fauzi Ali e ni 2-0. Na 57th minute no and a Ndongani Gilbani Samba O'Neil wano eteka ba komani 2-1. At that point akozo kwanya hope so metumi atekane adia 72nd minute and a Michael Efson a bought third goal no hono tese tikotokoti kura efri so. Enti yabusuafo game ni bewe na je se Pando out of Lions e twa Asante Kotoko ka pole miensa Kotoko timu baako. Enti sanete ye be reactions of the game and highlights ni ade nyina but yenye Dr. Amuzu Emra. Obana dizay.
Adumo Kanu.
Is she out here? Last week.
Last week in a man team.
Yeah. Now I'm sorry cause Mapong. And what you say?
Yes, I. Maybe I'm Mapong.
Anyway, and yeah, move away. Amuzu about clinic. Amuzu garlic bitters ne. And man who doing na my update.
Okay. And then so that from it off when I cry 1st February and the month of love. Na ye catch there a man mema say ye ura or double sumi mono. Yemfa enyarewa bi nkeka ye bi gonorrhea syphilis o de poa chlamydia genital what just say enyarewa hodo a eba wo so a na afi wa setena cry style bi wo ye oba wani nye wo ye be man so a wani nye ye mfa nnemu yade enwura saa the month of love yi emu na your number one penis doctor penis repairer Dr. Amuzu say empo ne wani ni hu so ena bibi saa atoa enida so ho ate enida so ewo ho wa je duro special edi aba ya saa duro no ekotia enemu yade bia tu ase efi ni peduam wo de no efu abembe kura efu abodwesa me saa duro no etu ase se ho enti ene ye split urination me see ye de split urination and as split stream na ni nyina me chire mu se jonso a emu epaye jonso a emu ye den epapa yin se ka wo wo jonso no eba kama normal flow no wodi na ase de ye spray ntosu so no ase de ubula matari no ase de ntokro ni ye beboro be wa ha eti sa wo ye bema na se wo tie me na wo ko jonso bra wo jonso no bo sa jonso no spray ebi na me abewie na wonsa ho nyina na o flap mu o trouser na ni mu nyina for because jonso na ntimi must straight said there was say bana therefore your friend was split urination jonso ni mu no na ebi to free ho say your friend was split urination and as a split stream wow jonso ba konam Ogadugu ba konam Iraq no say ne bro for the say split stream and as a split urination na wo ye bema na wo ko jonso na wo hu saa ade na fresh 0247 77 6743 me say ya dey fresh 0247 77 6743 number no wo pekura save no Dr. Amuzu go phone so me say I can say 0247 77 6743 emergency line ena media man wasem nan say doctor mo chire bibi mo ti sa junso ni mu paye acha say enye normal doctor media no nan say sa na mi hunu Fred Dr. Amuzu number no na first no mema ni bi na wo mu nim enti so wakono wakwa jonso wo wankwa na ho na ne jonso no emu pai sei sen na wadi mirikatente wakwa ya pensa ho me kadue ba mowre se de baby obeyi niti no obewonta because na no amekwa jonso no he na me jonso ne mu aye sei ne mu apa nti oba bia obeyi niti obewonta ye bra na wunim na wununu hu na wo sere nya sa na ti o me ba fia se me be ka che o se eye wo jonso sem no wo jonso twa no wo jonso no problem aba ho me kire se wo yare ganganto wan wo yare ba na nyenta na wo bewo adie ba ko a wo se wiase hu ni se sa jonso na emu paye na meka ho asem no enye mema nko a na enye o se mema etie Kanu nti na meka se mema wo yo ba wa nko asori wo tie sports na wo ba wonsusu utimi nya sa split urination ni bi kaso ba bia pu ni tote wo bi wanko na wo bu obi wa agum odwonso ba wie na ho nyina tatatata ne nam ne sere ho ne nam ne nantini ne dia keka wo so de no split ye etimane mema nyina ene ye hu sa de we ewe ni padua mu na asedan kewrade say your number one penis repairer otra asidin was say na no kura no afiri he fasa say nipa kwajonso be hu say ne jonso no emu apaye be ma kwajonso be hu wo be kwajonso efiri he sadia meye research mepe haban a ebetimi abetu sadia we yase okonya haban special very powerful one and wo de no a amuzupi heba mesha eduro ni dinde muzupi heba mesha na sedro no nya binom a wa jonso mu paye jonso mu problem bia na ne ye split urination eda foforo ya behwa jonso emu hawa hodo nso esa ba nipa so enti wa jonso mu paye no edure betu ase eye amuzupi heba mesha medofo wo betimi akọ heba shop ubetimi akọ pharmacy anase chemical shop bia ukwa wo say mepe amuzupi heba mesha eduro bi enshada kam ya twere ho amuzupi eso papa eso pa ukwa ato 9 ene fa sha otiri mu say amuzupi heba mesha baako bia menom no mede pamo jonso a emu paapai afiri me abrabom se me mpesa mede mani ebehunu kura se ne enum aduro no anopa asori a wunya nidi ye no hwia beleka apone ma no wanom ni wom uwia no adidi anwumre na wasan repeat the same thing wuni abeleka apo wo fie wo atere a amuzupi heba mesha no sori anopa se ya na wa peka apo fefefe no ahwia atere ne miensa na de agu cap no afa amene wanom ni se gwa awia wo be repeat because who you so atere na anwumre nso we repeat sa jonso mu ha o yese be ma kote wanko na jonso ko he na nima so awe paracetamol adan ya ne be mamu dwa no ne be mamu hyehye jonso keke na wo jonso no jonso na ye di fa feeling no ye kwa bota wonkwa wo kwa jonso na ato dadwene ko yese do asi apente ni hwini ni nani ekowi ase ye so na duru adan ya wo jonso na won fa ni easy he koto amuzupi wonyi wo hu ni a bratafo inshayeso ene Sunday way Dr. Amuzu tenase ewotafo inshayeso wo be ba doctor wo na eda na ya hyehye ne fefefe ti wasa no medofo ye won fidie akuku dama chocho wuro anintin a ye tintintim ewo eye edan biemu wo be wura dan bi mu na obi te ho na oyusu afidie bi a ehwe mema prostate ema wo mu na obi so te dan bi mu a ono so kuta afidie bi a ehwe ma wodie mu twa scan wanyinsen afam wo be wura da bi bu be ko ne yabutu obi wo ne yedi ne ma bi atwetwetwa ne ho adane a nipa ne ho ye physio ne wona mututu ne sciatica ha no ye wo be ko ne wo ba bi na fuso etwon no oti bibi so na enwan no ho nso ye physio o hwe se contraction o hwe se okowo a obefa ne easy hwe na aga se dan esi wo keke saa ne ye kwa ye nsa se 4-in-1 ye kobu atopankwa da bi o ye wo emfidie kukudam na okra no wo pie ya reception wa ye chechire won sa ye hwe wo pressure ye hwe wo mudro na duru se wo pese ye hwe mojanim ehun se ya de bi wo mojanim a eno so ye wo bi a wo ho a o ye sa adwuma no enti amuzu ye ba clinic wo de he se wo ba wo problem last stop se wo ba wunya hotoso se wo ba wo se ye ya de bi ahinta mini padwam na mama ntam a enkama ye funeral ansa na doctor wia wa chire mo chire lab we ya me ye say na se kirete wo so wona ntia wani so biri wo moja no ejina say akofom enu ntia ne yiyi nnuro edi amawo eti wo kono wo assurance bi say eyi sana me yare na mabehu na ne me kono maduru wadwumenti wo ye busy a ye betimi afra no ni nyina ye delivery edi amawo Uber phrase 0247
6743
and me emergency line wo fra Dr. Amuzu beye wo be fa wo de ka bibia eye wo se doctor minya ho a me ba clinic wo na mum deliver duro no emfa mamenti ene me no wo be ka split urination se wo ti wo na wo hu se wo jonso no emu paapa yi a me pa chew enye no ma enye nta na be ma wo be wo causes ni bi ni se betimi abase UTI urinary tract infection eno na ye jonso mu ha e ma ne mema nyina yetimi nya sa problem no eti wo kodjonso abehunu sa ade no be ma wo so yi wasum ye ebi betimi abase prostate issues ene say be ma bi wo hono mu a na sen ya wo nyini na ne prostate gland no nyini intentem na ompe amuzupi no mfa mo ne prostate no ban to okodjonso obehu sa problems ni nyina ebi nsusu a na ureter no aya na blockade bi ayete senke bi a droben tube bi na da wasa no a ensuo fam a wasenke baten no wo de na beduru wono mo na apem ti wo se na enenam na pefa ho na split sa medofo se wey any problem a si adrobe na hiama wo amuzupi dia doctor din haban adronu nan ye no a wo bo modi asese ye gonorrhea ne syphilis mpo a wo de betu ase no eno ho asem na meka kirew gonorrhea dro syphilis adro wo de pu adro gonorrhea dro tatahwe e na meka ma wo no amuzupi heba mesha 0247
67
67
43
43
0247
0247
77
67
67
43
Yes, February mudia na wo ye bema wonye hwehan sa ma wo bema no enwuda
no cray. All right, that's it pa ebe se hia na yakọ anim. All right, Kovi biotronimo na yenche nipa mienu 100 cedis 50 cedis each. Sisi ti file phone bio WhatsApp ne to so of kind Bible verse na woni maybe a quotation maybe a na wa send quotation na basisi fafa WhatsApp 0505225578 0505225578 me ba cho de tie ne say a fastest finger anti make sure say enya afi na abetwere wudin ni wanwan ye hia wudin ye hia hwe wo de utwa ye be contact o e wo WhatsApp na mu na wo de momo details send ye ni a wo so am instantly nemum shortcut e allow now we can say shorthand e allowed the Lamentations out me tron LAM Genesis out me tron GEN what you say even Psalms ultimate trying PS near Ukoni because a fastest finger. But I could drop pink one. Very hard. I mean, shorten in a way I obia young question
because one way I'll bet you Genesis baby no be at GEN no they are so no piasso. All right, senior. Enti afi young coach ni moy. No yen hwede Onyankopon asem esia no pay o say na Onyankopon asomdwie a etra entiasie nyina so no ebehwemu akomam ene mmadwene so ewo Yesu Kristo mu.
Okay,
me say sisubiem na Onyankopon asomdwie a etra entiasie nyina so no behwe mo akomam ene mmadwen so ewo Kristo mu. Amen. Enti baby e wo no tiawa no apia de aba na ya hweseja ubenya 50 no a
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10th one aba 11th a flubums
okay ampanso Onyankopon asomdwie de ebro ntriase nyina so etra ntriase nyina so nti ehwe nyina
asomdwie ne ba na Onyankopon sika di akire Attica was a household name.
A household name.
A league name. I think he was playing for Bechem. Later I'll call Mina Sharks. Yeah, I mean a couple of
I think after Sharks, me said them baby or 5 years. To be honest, me cramatin in catch it. Now because we need Krum crowd. Who's a former footballers ni bebre no more to kwan. I thought only her. And hearing that news no na hard dream. Nti we dey be ma busuafo nyina ya akọ. Ni amom shedding. Ebia football for no so will have more part to play and you be katanachi cry because wama football fans I enjoy what could happen. So rich Attica. Yes. Attica. I'm funny crazy.
I'm funny, okay. Good morning, Kanu. I'm doing the listening from the United Kingdom. Please help me wish my lovely daughter Inshiraba Aduma Utikwatin of Janet Educational Complex a happy birthday. All right. I'm saying it drew birthdays and then you try. Where OT? OT from the UK. Yes, Brecum Chelsea. Yes, all my information is about Brecum Chelsea. So, yeah, Attica there. Oh, Charlie. I'm funny currency. Now, I did come about results. No, so now to the reactions before I better in the games. You know, their coaches now can't find home. Enra and when they say Emma Asante Kotoko. Omulusu by 3-1. Winning Komwa head coach Karim Zito a day after Akensin. But more sharing your highlights now our Facebook and YouTube now.
I wasn't expecting this score because seriously we prepared well for this game and most especially the set pieces they scored the 2 goals because we've been practicing how to defend and how to attack on set pieces. So maybe today is one of those days in football. As I said from the beginning, I wasn't expecting this result. When you look at our wingers, they didn't operate the way I wanted them to do. But it's like it will be okay till later on that I try to change, you know. Because it goes I easily score through the wings. Today my wingers did not do well. So that brought these issues all together.
All right. I don't know. Enra, so one thing I see and it's the game was not on TV. TV3 new na switch attention call NPP for presidential primaries elections and so ma omo ntwa ball na mo bia nya bia nhwe na ya rehusem pa ya rehusem because the GFA had earlier on indicated omo flyer no said the game will be on TV and thousands of and I mean kind of millions of Asante Kotoko fans. Because million be there. Thousands of Asante Kotoko fans are not pebble na hwinina and were disappointed. But we decided no say we me no come asem. So me no come asem.
Oh yes.
Me dey am to make come because I am buying sika. E nyina sika na atam dey ma one media house say. On fan cover game no. Yeah, omo overlook the state broadcaster in GBC. Edukoma a private broadcaster mini problem but so selective you know mo ye no there TV3 omo slogan here first in news best in entertainment omo yi na about news and entertainment omo there sports there and you omo lie nti say drew baby na say a sports versus political issue, they will go in for politics and leave the sports. Meanwhile, the taxpayers' money, Emma Muse won't cover games, no. Emma Ghana for share. So what I say. Enra 3:30. Oh, be away if you are nowhere from. Match never hin. We match ni be there. People were disappointed. Disappointed.
Very and. Kanu they had a genuine course. Na say game you cry at the Saturday because it was supposed to be on TV. Into some of these things and you can't no. So you say we want to invest in the game and project the game. Enti omo ayedi tumi na show mu nsem no they could have used other platforms. So as when Senkomu omu streaming online krana second o my baby. What you say? Inti for those of us are ye football no. Unacceptable. Say a game involving lions and kotoko. Now it's not live on TV. Why? Because omo ye did to me na show monsano. Omo cover political events. Do you think this will happen in the Premier League? Same fan is a Manchester United that travel Kobo Fulham and Brighton and Crystal Palace. Now broadcast right holders no. Omo abandon game no. Nebia UK yeah to a baby no omo cover. It won't happen. Even BBC no more dedicated channels for sports. So what I say? I be world sports no kromu chichim. You were tennis, you were football, you way boxing one come website ubu structure like that. It was unacceptable. Say the problem with that ne say you ignore no mabi I fuso enye. So what I say? We me sure cry say the teams involved cry aka ho asembia and the FA will be silent on this. And no broadcast right holders no crano. Have you seen a statement from them telling us why they didn't cover that game?
And now why they won't cover? Because it should have come
before. Absolutely.
Even if we communicate with you, be a Thursday, Friday,
yes. You remember Go Stars Nikotoko El Dance Park. So game no na enye live on TV. But if you know Sana being so no, this is a game I was a back TV. So they went there to cover. No, we had games now. That game was not supposed to be live on TV, but because there were calls if for nothing at all, has some Kotoko games there, we must cover because two teams here leverage on Omo BBR to position your league nowhere. Until this one was a low point, and somebody must say something. They said your kind. This time, taxpayers' money. And once you use it, even Kanu, send your taxpayers' money, Krana, we have the right to talk about it. Because league, broadcast right holders need it. Omun to me pick any other event ahead of the league. It should not happen. It shouldn't at all. The engineer say, yeah, ma obi to me say, uncover your games in me because we want to position the league, want to build it to a certain level. And now buy a boa edisika shame starting point no. Until you cannot pick any other event ahead of a fixture. Kotokwana has a room that cannot be. It should not be something that they was entertaining. Not at all, Kanu. Until before you did right nebe mouse cover league no. We must make those things clear.
Clearly, Kofi, Mihun said now there was communication gap between the broadcast holders, and the GFA, because GFA for the game by Memeneda separate from the Webers on Sunday because of coverage.
Yes.
It means that because of the elections in Tizawin, then could have been on Friday. Because what I say, to go to pushing game by
Friday.
Then because of election, till Saturday there will be no game and I'm on your coverage. That's fine. But to tell us, say the game will be on TV. Now a bit drew or not, nipa dom expect to say game about TV. So many be here now, mad
no. Kanu, the point is that Obeji right ni so be cover league ni dia, then you are ready to dedicate time for it. I don't have a problem with a media house or say the priority and yes sports and not football be a focus or you heavy on entertainment and politics. On style, no. It is worked for them, so that's it. But the moment you are given the opportunity to cover your game, no, then you are ready to make time and space for the league. But what yes you say ye the bar Friday say I'm for Mao. They should have covered this game. But they thought that MPP primaries near the talk of town and one will be a DH and that Kwatokwane Lions crowd here fan to baby. It's unfortunate.
All right, you better have a game now, Nkasa. But yen share and fixtures no senior ACT across 7 Premier League centers. Na Aduana Stars wamo any Samatex ene beshia ewo doma Aduana ne Samatex ne beshia doma coach and the Christopher Enin on the head coach Emma Samatex.
It's going to be one of the good games. I may say a tough game at that, but like I said, the away points is something that really affects us in the first league. So this second round, the playing body, the technical team, the management work on well that at least the away games, we need to get some points. So going to Diana is going to be a good game, but at the end of the day, we're going to bring points home.
All right, so I know the Audi Tuja. Na bibiani ebenya Gold Stars any Swedro All Blacks are no musu tiagina or dance park eno eye 3 o'clock here. Gold Stars coach eye Smith Fritz yentino koma odia tuja.
We have recovered. You know, it's always a moment of disappointment when you lose a game, and it takes also some time for each and every player who has been involved to reflect on his own performance. But once this is put behind us, we look forward for the next game to show the fans at home that we can do better.
Yo, now All Blacks now money omo bonus so omo coach fufura wa ba the first game nye Kasim Mengelo Kansi. Yamhwe how or game ni mu.
I have the approach. I've been approaching our away matches and home matches. That's what I'm instilling in them. But the way different they play away matches, different they play home matches. So we are working on it at the training. So I hope they will get a lot of it from me and they respond to whatever we've made. We are going to do our best, bring a result that will satisfy the supporters. Everybody will be happy about the outcome of the match.
All right, so sanity now. Basake Holy Stars and Nometna Finoma who's to Brekum Chelsea. Na nona Rashad Musa our on your head coach and my Holy Stars Edin Komoy Atuja.
Very big one, but nothing but all the 3 points that we are looking for, because looking at where all of us are coming from on the league table, it's going to be a tight game, but we hope that at the end of 90 minutes on Sunday, we surely get the 3 points.
You na assistant coach Emma Brekum Chelsea Emmanuel Nkrumah sa ken say ya omo call campaign e dia ko time no we gina ne boss samobuadu nem edin komo we
basake no am say baby omo so dane nye na make say yesu baby e dane so enso nye ati ye ko mo enye easy match I must say enye easy match, but we are going in say we have to take the maximum 3 points and we are well prepared say you back of the maximum 3 points enye easy my Sanso no muso no mu say any easy mom, but in the end no become Chelsea be carry the day.
Tamale and Karela be host to Hoho United. Now 2 coaches nakasa ebeti from Kasim Go Killers, but first Nuruddin Amadou.
It's a must-win game for us. It's not going to be easy. We all know this is a stake, and then we have to just win this game, and so, but we have to be very cautious that we don't put so much pressure on the boys. They need to feel relaxed. When an attempt to be nervous, you can make a lot of mistakes, and that will create problems. So it's not like any other game, but the approach must be one of a lot of seriousness, attack to rate, and then playing to win, attacking mentality, and then fighting it all out on Sunday.
We are still very focused, and we are preparing us very well to go over there and to play with confidence. Our target is clear. We have to get from there at least a point out. So all preparations are for that, and we move there, we go play our match, get the point at least, or maybe 3, we will see, and then we come back. But definitely we do not go there to lift the points over there.
All right. Hoho United head coach Kasim Gokildes in the attending Kanu. Young Apostles better feel when Chief Sports Stadium no money 11 wonders at the Aboeni. And now how to folk at the University of Ghana Stadium Legon. One more any Bechem United and airball. Penina ni din de Kobina Emisa one and our head coach Emma Bechem United.
I'm happy praying as of folk, and as of folk knows that I am covering Misa and praying him, especially pray against Didi Dramani. It's something that is special to me, and Didi Dramani knows why I said I like to pray him because of one or two reasons which he knows. Against us of folk has been a long time friends with me playing them. I was at Brooklyn Chelsea, I played them at Crossport Stadium. I was with the Azakes, I played them at the Crossport Stadium. I was with Emina Shak, I played them at the Crossport Stadium. And I know how it takes to play in front of us of folk supporters. So this is going to be a dicey game, which I believe those who come to the stadium will enjoy the game. But hopefully, I will leave Accra with at least a point.
All right. Yemi Didi Dramani, one head coach, I'm how to folk. I can say no, and come out or the two Johnny.
Bechem is one of the finest squad devoid of their position on the league log. In the in-season, we have come off a long way in terms of two steady opponents. Now we are playing opponents in our second phases, and so we are very positive that we know what they have. They are very physical, they run a lot, they also can play with the ball a lot. We need to be mindful of how to control them when they have the best moments, and also we need to stick to what we are able to do in terms of our positional play, to be able to take the right spaces on the pitch and then make the right decisions in some decisive moments of the game.
All right. So I know and come out Ghana Premier League now. Chelsea player friend Tyreek George. Kofi, what the war between Ghana and Nigeria over Tyreek George?
Yes.
Nigeria 4 penal, Ghana 4 penal. Now the woman they say, yeah, I move on England to a Ghanaian mother and a Nigerian father. And he one a Ghanaian. Or daha Ghana 4 pen, Nigeria 4 pen. But obviously, me sure so England for winning first. I'm far no will take a decision between Ghana and Nigeria.
No crowd. So England only chance be out.
So future. I mean, he's young. Oh yeah, under 21 player.
And you know na dia
just one move away. What just wait me call championship baby na farm and get. Just say man free. League 2 as a day back championship in Munano. But Famano Nana born my folk of fan by Zippy Bionam. Sana bought it. Ye can you within 4 years at 3 years old. And I will say,
England in
Tyreek George, as 18, 19, 20 for EB.
As a Tyreek George, minim a better more age, but a better more a better channel. It's a bonny party.
We are saying they are not doing.
England or Chelsea tea. Sani Kanu.
I go be. That's a Chelsea. Sebi. Yemfa. You can say. Baby, I will free and I say we in the Chelsea. Yeah, the modern Chelsea me boy.
No cry no body papa be
no Chelsea.
Onye bimo.
What Chelsea?
The World Cup no.
No friend say yes. I may agree with you. Say, Mantem had a war ha opportunities near never form.
Ever form nice.
You can say a cut talent. Or now be to argue for.
Yeah, better more in born bo pa channel. Say born Diana.
Fact is, Bakubo Chelsea. Bakubo Kotoko. Emuchi. Tino.
Me say me kra man for Begasa, but I'm more crack Libya na nu ya wasa.
So, nti ni nyina no betumi akwati ya argument. Better to Max so was argument we mu ni na de.
Ba me coach am ko Tyreek George. So about Black Stars.
No, so share prospect. So and I be an example my football career even 1 year, 2 years it means some BBR. And I mean, and not because we are a bad player, there he's a good player, but at Chelsea, we may be more because at Tissika Kotakes if we be a bar or me a heavy challenge. I'm a boy jow. Until just one move be away, we move our club be a born wise pressing. What Chelsea for no huni because on ya boni be more kese.
Yeah, money chance so I huni.
But I be senior once a while chance the simply a bed.
Oh, my
month twice be 10 matches near radio.
Hey, Nasa Boni Kuyan, yes, I'm more at twice
at Chelsea. Sa pressure didn't know. Unya Queen be wo. So what I say. Those days, you know, not Chelsea in this luxury because Abramovich who bought 2, 3, 4 matches now and Kuya as a coach or be fire. And a coach be also person obelusu adwuma bi say Chelsea adwuma ntino on risque enkofa nkwada mo wabra Drogba mo tete ho da bi na nwie se a yakopa mo no in those days in Chelsea so hwe ya Chelsea were one of the best academies in Europe e produce best talents in Europe but no munya akwanya mo Abramovich na that's what was anka Reece James mo nyina ke bi anka Chelsea kura no o mo nya chance because Abramovich in the standard no was so expect say coach be win trophies. Yeah. Untimi Faris James Moniz and crank no mini trophies. To be Cologne or Wigan, or be Cologne or Hasa Lasa one waton. Franco Di Santo one will be Chelsea could be brave but no munya chance. Because Ivanovic Babo as Philip
terrible. John Terry
Munebo Cavallo one. Now Chelsea coach be a Nisa luxury no. You get it. And obviously now Sana lebe. But me no also pet team be corner because I mean who say anka o team be even champions be na anka bo regularly nke bi anka Black Stars die ya anka e chase ni ko be consider no akọ World Cup
well but on say me there so wa hwe me a sa nkomo yin me am no for say yenko chase players wo abonti homra because as we speak me je de obi o wabru chira ni mfi ni nchifri Ghana a ye ko pena wo bobo gidigidi bia wo ba bia mi she da hu bi se obi ani nchifri Ghana oh na even ketie ntini papa mu no de wo Crystal Palace ngetia papa yi odo ikra wo musi ye kakra ikra nti eyenie oh media mahu say a trend na no ne ka afcon ikra kuyi almost every country ye bi omo hwe yes because ho na ye ball ni ye ni ye but the other side of it ni say ye adwi ko hupia e na ye mfa ye leaks no ho no because ye den ya ye be kwa ko players wo soro ho Black Stars bo 1-2 be near we near so be it near neglect your leaks no but you say na no ye can strike asem na na my mo say ye target the next generation ana enti on say ye koye oh e dey be kwa konya bi free soro aba be kwa konya bi free soro aba near neglect her that's what I'm telling you say me kwa ko fa Tariq George I will give that chance to Saka Dauda Numne Martin Kakarimo ne Mumu Bobi Mami Atakumimo ne Abetamuamu. I'll give them that opportunity because omukwa edim fasobi bebefi unless obi Bobby big gidi yemfa nse bia yehia number 2 bi. She said the last time you compared Tariq Lamptey, now it makes sense because that time now, after Harrison Afo move face ni flow now he issues with your right and left back so no, until we needed the right back, me boy. At that time, Tariq was also playing well for Brighton, and he Koye, and but as we speak, dear Pani Digina so I coach Tariq George. It be a future said you will candidate fine.
See Kotoko match no ne games ho na fi.
Okay. You the mama fixtures na mama menye prediction and de na memfa Kotoko de kakra bi ntato. I think Young Apostles will win against 11 Wonders and
oh wenchi.
Yes. Holy Stars. I see them beating Berekum Chelsea. Ewo Ampin ho. Eduana any summer text tight, but Eduana memo that edge no over summer text. Christopher Enin with summer text any too convincing, and in that away game or doma. Don't forget Eduana had the victory Ekotenefie some ko share All Blacks and omudi kofie. So the energy, the momentum, menya so say some text bit me stand it sadie no. Me feel for Kasim Mengel. This is not a good time to go to dance park. Marcus Schmidt ebayi Kanu. The last time near can go stars in share Daniel convincing sir. What the toto nana amankwa mu take over from Paul Manson ni adiena. I say no man share damn fast and at home on me person on me for the 3 points. Nti a good time for a new coach. Nti no me sure say Kasim Mengel baby but me sure so beat me a survive. Karela ni hohoi another 12 game. But mind you, Karela brepa and they would want to use this game to turn a normal around. Nti energy now be from Karela and Neno ebe completely different. Nti I think Sanya we crowd there a point on be picking. Haas is expected so be Shebe United. We say Haas out of the FA Cup. Nti after this game, next game is against Asante Kotoko. Uze Kotoko will have the chance to play the FA Cup before playing Haas. Haas don't have that opportunity because out of the FA Cup. TB a friendly game being as ombe boni pubumai ahead of the Kotoko game there, I don't know. Until this is the last home game. Ebe mausa momentum no. Ama dia ko into the Haas Kotoko game and now Kotoko Haas game nim. Until expect say the side no will come up. Bechemu so share Daniel too convincing. So and in that away game I think say Haas would have to do the magic. The last time we shared 3 was convincing. To this one, it's expected say Ombesa above to the party again. I think I'll give her a chance. No. Now, from Friday na bepim and run. Kanu in the Ghana League results a year. Results are a lot of people did not predict say beba. Starting Friday Dr. Kwame Sports Complex. Mediema before that game no mark 17 games without a defeat. They had only lost a game in the Premier League before Omni Nations. I think Karela away. Ena na Omudi be facing Nations. Odds no were in favor of Mediema Sporting Club. But first half, especially after say Nations a concede first goal no. The way omo back game with that energy no. SSR BBR and Mediema could not come back to get Adiebemo Omodi 1 point ako. Enti I remember say even though na me jidi se Kotoko will not leave Bando without a point. But I was seeing Nations any Mediema game no attitude na Nations for sure yeah, because Nkoyi they needed to win near there no. I was seeing that kind of scenario in the Lions game, and to be honest, that scenario no na it was chain how I thought Kotoko would play. Say before this game na Kotoko about 2 games, Gold Stars and Holy Stars. Baby any Kumasi, especially our dance park, the performance was good. The attitude was positive. And Omodi Befibe ball Holy Stars. That game, first half na enye too good for Kotoko. Even for most part of the second half, nenye too good for Kotoko. Intina pressure some were shouting on the coach, say onye change. In the end, 2 changes. Abetamo Kwame Puku edi 2 goals ebekan after Sena Samba abo penalty atum. And Samba so looks like Oyabe follow Atenga footsteps you. You remember Atenga and penalties. In the last 2 games, Samba shot 2 penalties. Senra, it was a penalty he scored for Kotoko.
Yeah.
And na for most part of the second half until Abetamo and Kwame Poku change no na pressure walk Karim Zito and the boys so. But in the end, so check 3-0 there. Until they got the results. And with Kotoko quality, no dear here and Kanu. It was a typical 4-4-2 from Kanu Zito. The back line was Joseph Amoa. Any we say Hamzata ebe partner Uneo woho ni adie. Ni mfimfi no. It was Prince Bedu. Any Hibejeu as usual. And a wings no Saka any Peter Amidu with 2 top Morfin Donzo and then Abetamwa. Morfin was supposed to do sa ni a Jumana unse movie a lot or run a lot near Dieno for Kwame to be getting the goals. Miss Kwame Abetamwa. And with some players I'm surprised the coach is coming back to complain about the wingers and the wingers ni nkui. I have always said, say Kanu, say o pese obo Peter Amidu akwa. Any Saka Dauda nyina ewo game mu a ba ku be useless because of the way a modern game no etie. In most cases, say o options are left footed for the right winger enye advisable so be yusu right footed player ewo right wing in the modern game. And until that na meka Nigeria coach na sem say Nigeria ba AFCON Eric Shell. You know what he did? Admola Lukman, Martin say Atletico for Crafa Nisisia. He's a winger, Kanu Meboa. But na coach ni ye. Ohun say because of the options any one. Mamin Fanemra like a number 10 behind Ako Adams any Osimhen. And most of the times Ubehu Lukman ewo like a number 10 behind Ako anyway. So bebo Peter Amidu akwampa. Bebia Aqua beye effective pa the left wing. Or the neighbor right winger one limiting. Maybe the problem is that Akwanso operating from the left wing onto me for goals and can game neho. And from the look of things, no coach not give it up, and he's complaining again. Say the wingers no didn't come to the party. You remember at some point, okay, say Akwa the M's will be intimate change, you know. Intimate ya na me prefer say Obebo Inusa. Ewo the right wing. No about Peter Amidu aka ewo the left wing. Se o pese ubo kwa mi poku any Morfin Donzo nyina will game ni mo a. Amidu akwa will be an option on the bench for you. And se Kanu se Amidu akwa say Saka Dauda wo bench no option second half the ba say a very good option. And this is what I've always said about Kotoko. Say I've always said that it is not about personnel in terms of players or field. And no dear adding part to say team B or Ghana ni quality ni wasro a chain asante Kotoko. Even Mediema only the league table no Kanu a wamane bomb Mediema center backs Yusuf Mubarak any Jacob Meboa. Come to Kotoko. Ansu woho, Hamzata woho, Samba woho. They even have they had a blow, but omo see disciplinary issues. Woman na wie no woko. So what I see you. I think that coaches no must do something right. Say ya the ombetimi aye need ya. Enye na omo to be honest with the quality na Kotoko wono they are underperforming. Minimum Lions will come into the game with that energy. I thought that Kotoko beat me and manage with at least a point. For me, yes. A struggling Lion side with Kotoko, wire additions. Our transfer window, and we've seen impact additions. Nediaba.
It was a team Biane team. Memphis say. Onene koboa ebo timino
So me nka se nko onko show me se wo de 1 point
and I make us say we Lions no no matter how we all struggle no it drew match bi so ne kotokwa and no ade wo so ye bia for the game no obeye
na kotoko de ono so onya bibia because coach say they prepared very well it kotoko so prepared
but we say football ade bi wo ma team bi and they da ho no matter how I be prepare we be ye dem
the Lions team kotoko
say Kanu de we say eno de e ade da ho Lions team kotoko pa especially e wo Kanu
but did you watch highlights? Look at what is happening. So it's not about Timio. You see the players, no, they look confused. They don't know what to do. As to be a it's like they don't even have a rehearsed plan to defend set pieces. And Kanu, for me, you're shocking. Shocking.
All right,
I think they can do better.
The ones and but we are now kakra about the 13th February event about Otec FM. Okay. I know health screening no fear have free. In fact, the answer be kan ho ye Jumako kese ba ko marriage to form ba be cervical cancer who screening ni ade amama no. Enti nyame adoma 13th Friday ya ebe the na watching the next 2 weeks ebe yet boom frete ofie ha aye to nsa frɛ obia by Grace Medical for bewa ha by Grace Hospital and afi marriage to for a lot of other media health professionals o meba na o maba be ye sa yemai enti yetiefo nhyɛ ne nso sɛ ɛyɛ 13th ade chin ya Saturday be ye Vals Day tini yɛ about 13th no enti ya na mo ahyɛ ne nso good love and health ye di ɔdɔ no na yɛ hwɛ apomuden so aka on san sɛ without apomuden proper health nya de so betumi di ɔdɔ ma na yi so enti sinia for no tumbi na afɛ yɛn kɔ ani
and an opinion I mean so the story of Richard Atika
no.
Yes, ne passing the to a group in him and quite sad and say minim say unim ne pa now on get too close
no.
Okay, because of me still sunyani ninti no we get too closer to him and Richard Atika sure say nipa bebre na bia obodi na omo kind of but in the history of Brekum Chelsea no me sure say omo tro omo history a Kanu omo remfini that because that year na Brekum Chelsea qualify by the Ghana Premier League you know na Richard Atika very instrumental in that team not na omo leading striker I mean goals omo share and route to the was at that time na first division ya Bomidi League and even that year akra ombe bonu Kumasi ya ombo ne Prempe College ni Kumasi no money BA United Soccer Warriors from Tamale and Upper Start from Boga and then wo group back and omo first 2 games you know Chelsea wini ni me no omunya 6 points and a BA United in sunya 6 points in that crucial game na ye decider e wo Baba Yara Stadium no Richard Atika and they share the only goal at the your friends say Brekum Chelsea more qualify. I think that day na in Baba Yara Stadium Richard Atika share sago no referee be friend Lord Vuvo me kind sa match in a pound ne dia Richard Atika share at the match Chelsea qualify by Premier and omuba Premier so no Kanu ni goal scoring no or the twa so no she goes at the moment pa
that Chelsea by omunko
biom she BA United we say no from Bichim Chelsea to qualify by no mo ye no Brekum Chelsea so Richard Atika I think from her move to Hasselfolk Ekobo Hasselfolk so by recently near so can Elmina Sharks so mo technical team no ho nra free mu ya yanti quite sad news from the Kanu and me sure so more mutina sunyane and so more omo sunyande omo nim ne pa. He's a very good person. Very, very good person. So quite sad. Then to Ghana Premier League in a time into my fixtures in year results in tentem. Matches in the Young Apostles any 11 wonders many could be adwin with the easy win at the ama Young Apostles because Young Apostles Kanu who recently almost struggle and omunim say league omo ebebo akema one game e was so mutimi enya win and the match omune 11 wonders ebono me sure say ka 11 wonders ewo omu base techima inde aka game we Kanu ebeye match attention ebe kwaso pa ye but then ye nyina nim say 11 wonders omu base wa akra nti I'm expecting say Young Apostles ebenya win over 11 wonders and then Basake Holy Stars and Chelsea so up performing very poorly this season Kanu we breakum Chelsea away krano enya de omo ya so far Chelsea 10 games omabo wa away ni nyina no omo win bi omo draw only 3 and omo lose 7 and we how our league table and so etias say because of say teams about 8 to 9 teams a battle for relegation nintino teams are more fighting for relegation no anytime will be a benya opportunity so be home no Kanu or try say or beat me agene 3 maximum points. Oshe table now Brekum Chelsea toss 14th with 23 points. And a Holy Stars a toss 15th with 23 points. It means omunyina with the same points. Interestingly, so omunyina win 6 matches, I draw 5 matches, a lose 9. And a basia once unini pano a fight for relegation and also battle for relegation no. I was say with me a win is a game to make win for Holy Stars. Ediana any summer text match Kanu ebeye me match of the week. Ebeye me match of the week because since our summer text eba Ghana Premier League in Kanu Ediana Stars ensure mo in a league game. Interestingly, the only time Ediana Stars enya a win over Gold Stars Summertex the top 4 now or more a boy and I say there's a competition or more boy I know any league and or more boy Ediana Stars enya win over Summertex Oshe omo league matches or more Kanu the first season now Summertex eba Premier League in no oni Ediana ekobu 2-2 ewo doma the following season Summertex eshe Ediana 1-0 ewo Summer Boy and okoshe Ediana 2-1 ewo doma and the last season Summertex eshe Ediana 2-1 ewo Boy and okoshe Ediana 1-0 ewo doma and at this season first round no Summertex eshe Ediana 1-0 so it tells you say Summertex anytime on Ediana Bishia say you home na away no or try say or be avoid a defeat and this game a very very important Edima Ediana because we share league table now Mediama a drop points and they say Ediana Stars ebetimi a close gap now this game apart from that Kotokonso a elusu and a win for Ediana ebema omo a close the gaba eda omo ene Mediama Sporting Club entem entino minim say ne Ediana Stars ebeye bibia wo so omo ye bia so be omo betimi win game no omo win game na e say the points between omo ne Mediama no ebe call 5 entino a must win game edema Ediana Stars entino I'm only hoping say Ediana betimi break omo jinx against Summertex but a very difficult game pa Gold Stars and so ebe share Swedro All Blacks Karela interestingly minim the Eto coach Nuruddin Amadu Osha in the last 3 games Karela elusu nyina see Karela na the only team will lose the last 3 games not even 11 wonders Kanu yenim say oda league table nasi in the last 3 games 11 wonders elusu 2 ena we win 1 other teams in the last 3 games say that say nipa no ebe lose 2 ewini 1 and I say bi obe draw bi ewini bi no lose bi but Karela wo hwe omo Kanu the last 3 games omo abo no omo results no enye encouraging at all apart from say last game no omo ko lose to your friend say Mediema ewo takwa no wo hwe the last 3 games na omo lose to Samatex ewo boy ena omo tena eno omo sa ko lose to Ediana Stars ewo Doma. In the last 3 games you know omo abo 2 away matches against Ediana and Mediema ni nyina omo lose ena that one home game a omo boy in between no against Samatex and so omo tena home Emma Samatex Eshom. I think that was the first game at Samatex and so ewini ewa away. So this game Karela any option say omubelusu and no league table now is almost so get it closer to relegation. The points between relegation and Karela are 2 points. Karela was 25 and relegation teams and as a line are 23 points. Into ebema sa game we Karela ebe try so be and omone fellow relegation threatening team Hohoi and Ebo. Hohoi so omo away matches very poor results and omenya nti meko for Karela win. Has any Bechem United Kanu game we ebe very difficult especially for Hasufuk. So what should Bechem United as in recent games omo bank kakra omo sha say akwa wadan fuku chemisa
nani just okobo against
Hasufuk
and I did Dramani and did Dramani nim the reason why ono miss and cousin is happy playing against Hasufuk. Me nim the war under his sleeves and as a records our war against Didi Dramani. I'm so confident in this game. Me nim there. And I mean Emisa is good at defending. Emisa team.
Yeah.
Ne hallmark power when the coach in there. Yes, I one go project for
one go project.
Or the baku 2 more obe pa.
Sanity.
I mean nim say well who's a house go share house ding. And for that matters with me and here.
Yes.
What 2 store ni no na say remember the minimum say no gina so dey aka say na nije so okobo against that because this is how to folk team omo flow like
flow but has a problem near goal scoring.
Yes,
goals
one the obabo ni nyina we make sure so be dominate the game no
omo shit yeah
but sure. They scored 3 in the last game yeah so until
so what we trend na so omunya 3 na omo sa cause some matches on cause some few matches goals and shed am said the American not here say o kasa wadam for emisa wo ho no me so madam for malam ya ya na wo German coach so on their assistant Eddie Mano and no so that type ni be as any team no omo share the but Kanu Bechem United unim say ye Premier League table na say ye away matches in kwa Bechem and Dallas
okay
this season omenya just a point ewa away 9 matches are Bechem United are born away no omo lose 8 and omo draw 1 na unim baby omunya draw no you so be can be omunya draw na 1 point no so omunya no takwa
okay
interestingly
yes I don't know goalkeeper
save yes several times
yeah
9 away games you know I mean ebe nwanwa say anye venue bi say takwa and Bechem United enya omo 1 point so far. Yes, Bechem air struggle, especially away. But say team air struggle say ya, here 1 match be a revival no kakra. And she say team sine say has on ne boy Kanu goes ne shedam until oma o defense no very solid. Na omo to a partner omo nye mistake very difficult for win there. I don't expect say Bechem ebetimi akwa akoshe Hasufuk. But a 1 game even has e won say omo draw kra na 2 huge points and omo to atwene be one of the games yes I'm expecting say 1-0 before Hasufuk but Bechem United ebema Hasufuk a very good run for their money.
All right yo Kovi
Tiemfa we no so
already free here na you contact anyone more winning them na
wadaroma ene yi asem ni free Philippi fo nwoma 39 enchichemu enson into Philippians 4:7.
Okay, all right.
Say na onyankopon asomdua etrante asie nyina so no behwe makoma ene mwadwene so Yesu Kristo mu enti omo a omunya ne right ne me sure say dia sokra dada aha ana
mo twa no doso but in emrane se no
the fastest
yeah
you di kai edne dia tu mu ntem hey amanfo nim tro ni mu
oh yeah Sunday school no boy all right so your contact on reverse fast now you know me but birthdays me no I mean
na kotoko match me beginning mo highlight no before the start of the game mo exchange nchia no
ko zito ni bashiru
there be enye no as a kotoko place ni be 3 delay ye minimum one way
say ya match no mo ntwa nti ye so ni bi e ba he na
Kanu attention ko ho as a place no omu delay ye 3 big delay omu chiacha later no mo
delay say 3 delay at 3 goals eno
wo de be wo de be ko fi mi say
we mo kotoko fo ani twa we yo
kotoko media
we say omu chiacha no omu start teach akra
abeta mo pita midu akwa ena praise bedu
no Saka Dauda in the 11 no
Saka Dauda yeah
we say by then Heart of Lands omu place 11 ne di park na so
say no mo bompae no mu nya mompae nwi
3 delay we nya kwankyere ni bi
3
delay
na omaje 3
ko fi wan hu ana wan pa na hu bibisa no
madwe amaso ba hu se we no enti se de ya na sisi wodo ma ne ade na hu se we tete ne yonko we pese we wure mansa na onu so wure mu se abi ho mutimi ja 2 players ana bibisa wo akire ba we ndi hu se na omu bompae o de hwe omu jombo wie na
ba se omu mpae ne delay ye ma kotoko players ne ko so omu ko chiachi ansa na omu ko park ne so
ya kwankyere o
there is one me bus
all right so yeah yakra birthdays now happy birthday to Miami Evelyn yes Mrs. Evelyn Kusi Evelyn yeah mate yeah heavy power birthday greetings and come out na udu banti man so popular pa Evelyn I mean sure my happy birthday nyankopon ya okese omo audio ye bia mu onhyira pa the boss mpa ye bia no o mani mremma I mean sure from all of us we made our new year in 2005 squad ni na bia so my happy birthday nyankopon hyira pa and now we mia madam for oti wo UK ne ba afa no nhyiraba Aduma Oti Kwaten Oko School of Janet Educational Complex and then I would dantine papa say and wishing a happy birthday to big girl Nyankopo nhyira Oti ba no ho fe pa o ho fe na mi nhyira pa happy birthday to Abu Matich or New Jersey Newark from Aluta so we say happy birthday Abu Matich Nyankopo nhyira big man. And then finally birthday greetings kwama Dilsi Nyakon from our brother Peter also we show happy birthday big girl nyame nhyira pa nyame nyoke say okay ti sanity ye kan mo say nyame yadma 13th of February and 1st into 12 days Friday good love and health na we had the second edition last year Val's Day this time round or a day before the Val's Day which is 13th for Friday no baby a wo temenka bia no edru ha Otec FM ha free screening bekoso emfa wapomuden ho nsem eni agro na de tiene say Samaritan Villa for afi omo ye one of your sponsors na de omo come ye ne omo agree ni say ye the couples mienu awarefo mienu say nya awarefo mpo a obi ne mpena mienu de answer ye oba ne be ma be ko ho na mubedidi or me massage mo be enjoy time quality time our Samaritan Villa and also at the right time no you be sa nipa o mekwa akonya sa enjoyment obviously you be question and answers kitwe be about Samaritan Villa on one of your programs no so near dia they are selected couples no nyina a part of sa adwumadi ya dey by and sa Vals Day no 14th no remember that Samaritan Villa for be event bi nti sa da no anochi krom Collins T any be ma ya mo be transmit live from Samaritan Villa ti do na bezo Bishop Simba obezo Rama Mponzane Collins T na fi be ma ya wa we share mo e Samaritan Villa event bi e koso ma kokova na kama na fi ma anochi krom no from Samaritan Villa live you be transmitting it live on radio ti ana wa share no so tisana tie se na me de kan de tu dwan marriage to so obeba o me cervical cancer ho screening kama ma yenua ma ne mu ne ma me mu tese mo anhwe yi a yare kese pa is yare latest one aba tete amanfo no cervical cancer until o me screen amanfo no ma hwe se what the risk of so benya bia na se senesite na afọ mama ho akwankyere treatment bi also mnima bia so no maboa ma bibia kama nti 13 February Otec FM ha good love and health ya de hihye so bra ye behwe wani ye behwe wo pressure weight bibia kama ye screen you correct free untu akapre but ye wo ebi wo ho no ma na ne board ye no na ombe subsidize ometua ebo no bebre na kakra bi na da so no de wo afa no ka but say enuma nketenkete si e check we ni de ni nyina e free enti 13th no obi amra obia nyi hu free obia enti bebi a wa otime nka bia no sete utudu no eto so wo phone so say 13th wo ba biba wo be kwa adwuma mpo a obeba ha ansana wako bibia ese woko tia na wahye no so all right so omo wini ye no ba ko ye justice we ye Isaac Usu apia beti en kasi CA ena ba ko so eye ni dini ye justice onu kwa dem se asene ni de na ma no we na so bi Justice Aban my idea ka inya be fa course kakra ba ma next time aso nti ye de be si ha na ye ja bibie mu e de ama no Mrs. Keta Pia Boatin apomodi ahotoso na odi abre kama ye be da Master Dan on my 50 cedi source so see em fa mani pa foforo nka ho and as usual the Diodu girls akwasi Diodu Odike and then wife na edamasipa for support Dimonza by na fe kofila bi so tenenka wala stinedia manone nsem ne ba Eugene and Isco almost boy adwuma yi pa twa etumo social media no so and asikapa and so a produce show no kama ye frame Kanu ye si achi obi anyankopon adomo a ochina a eye juada no anopa tututu ye de breakfast pause beba na fe nyame ya adoma nwumre no ye de Royal Sports no so e de abremo all right so yanti ye de si nyame ya adoma ye be se hia